Oh, so it's working there.
Okay.
That's the wrong title. We're not off to see the wizard anymore.
That was the last title you had?
It's been so long. Okay, so that's good. Let me check. That chat's working. Let me check Facebook. Boosty, yeah. We're not off to see the wizard. God damn it.
We're off to see. They were off to see.
We're not,
We're
though.
Off to see. We're not off to see.
We're not off to see the wizard.
Now we're off to see Robbie Hart.
We are. Corbin.
So let's take a wager here. Who is going to be the first person to comment something in your chat?
My mom.
Your mom? Your mom? You think she's
100%. My mom.
10:49 in New York?
I told her last night that I might be streaming with you, and she said, I'll be there.
Oh.
So thanks in
So
advance,
you think
Mom.
so your mom's going to be, okay.
So that's working good. Let me check YouTube.
Who checks their Facebook regularly of our friend group that
Of our friend group?
that might comment something in the chat?
Does anyone really check their Facebook regularly, though?
I mean, I do.
Yeah.
Just to see, like, birthdays and stuff.
It's so useful for birthdays. That's the main reason.
I like to wish people happy birthday. That's kind of my thing on Facebook. I don't post anything, but I like to wish people happy birthday.
That's good there. Oh, yeah, we're looking good. No, it's not made for kids. It's going to go off the rails. Are you working? Yeah. No, it's not made for... Yes. Great.
Who's up this early?
I don't think anyone is. It's going to be us.
It's true.
Boosty, yeah.
You know, I'll double down. I think your mom's going to be the first one, too.
Yeah?
And if not, then, well... Oh, well.
Who cares? All right. What? Let me put this here and this here. Let me do, yeah. Yeah. Tier list. Yeah. In the club with the homies. Do you still work? No, you don't. Properties. Oh, you do work. Oh, we have to be small. I'm so stupid. No, you son of a... I'm really good at this.
You're like, make us small.
How do you... Okay, I want this to be at the top. No, I don't. I want us to be at the top, but small. Yeah.
Oh, movie magic.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
going on?
So if we're looking at this screen, it makes more sense. Should we be here? Or right in the center?
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
That's pretty good.
That looks good.
Yeah. Have you used this website
I have
before?
never used this website.
It's cool. You can do any tier list you want.
Tier list.
Oh God, what happened to my ad block? Come back. Hold on, I think I might need ad block. I feel bad for doing this. Wait, I have ad block. Why you no work? You're not working. Come back. Always.
You're pausing. You pausing?
Get
it?
wrecked.
Oh.
Get wrecked.
No, but I don't think that worked.
God damn it.
I think you paused it on the site.
Oh, you think that's what I did?
Yeah,
Oh, you're
you
exactly
allowed
right.
the ads.
Oh, my fault. On pause. It's not working though. Don't come back. Don't come back. Gosh.
I feel like they just have like built-in ads.
Like they found a way to
Like, yeah, to kind of
hide something on this. Nah, it's so much work. It's fine. We can deal with it.
It's fine. I don't know if it'll be as much when you actually like make your tier list. Hopefully.
All right.
Otherwise,
NBA goats.
Otherwise, we're just sponsored by Walmart.
This is true. Oh, I'd happily be sponsored by Walmart.
We're making an NBA tier
All right.
list.
Here's why.
Wait, what is this?
Here's
what
why
is
we're
this
here.
Category, just NBA players.
NBA goats. Okay, I think based on. It's fine. Whatever. Okay. Greatest of all time.
I mean,
Shaq's got to be up there.
I mean,
right?
Shaq's pretty goated. I wouldn't put him as the greatest of all time.
Does there have to be one?
I feel like the GOAT
Has to be
greatest
one
of all time
person?
has to be one person.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think he's either. Tier 2.
So I think he's a tier 2 guy for
I don't
sure.
know. I'm just going to be vulnerable and
Okay, well, the first
tell
guy
you the people I
on
don't
the
know.
list is
Dwayne
Dwayne
Wade.
Wade.
I know he's really good,
I
but
mean,
I don't hear him talked about when it comes to greatest, like the best. Is he accurate?
I put him in a solid tier 3.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was a good player. He got 2 championships with the Miami Heat. I
Miami
mean,
Heat.
one of them was with LeBron James, but besides the point.
The other one wasn't though.
The other one was with Shaq, yeah.
Oh, it's Shaq.
But that was like in 06 when, he was young.
Were
But he's a-
Shaq and James on the same? LeBron
No.
James on the same?
No,
team?
I don't think
at the
so.
same time.
I think Shaq, well, maybe. Shaq did play for Cleveland, I think, one year. But Shaq played for like 10 different teams over the last 10 years of his career, so I don't.
Yeah.
The next guy I can't really tell.
I don't. Is it Charles Barkley? That's Charles.
Good old Charles. And the
Put
next
him-
one is Dr. J.
Put him here.
Oh, yeah. I feel like all these players on this list are like really good
Really
players,
good.
so it's like hard to say like who's who. The next guy up in the list I think is Wilt Chamberlain.
This guy.
Yeah, that looks
I
like,
hear him talked about in like top of the top.
I mean,
like here.
he scored 100 points in a era that didn't have the 3-point.
He did.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
he's like regarded as like one of the most freak athlete players ever to live. They
Who's the
think
next
that
that you
the
know?
new guy Victor Wembanyama is gonna be as
next
good as
guy?
him if he puts on some muscle.
Yeah.
He's like 7 because he's 7'4", but he can play like a point guard.
7'4".
7'4".
7'4" is crazy.
Yeah, and he's like he can
Oh.
he can dribble
Is
and
that the
shoot
guy, is that the
from
guy
the
who dressed as
perimeter.
Slenderman for Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh, that's him.
Looks like the next guy on the list is that Patrick Ewing. It looks like Patrick Ewing.
I don't hear him.
I'd
talked
say he's a
about.
tier 4 for
4?
me. Of like
Okay.
all these players, yeah. Like Patrick Ewing was great, but like if we're looking at all of these players, I don't think that he's like that.
When it comes to talking about NBA things, can't you just pull up stats and have like sort of an objective?
Yeah, it's really like you look at NBA players as stats, but also like how did they in their era of basketball define like the position that they played.
True.
Like Allen Iverson to me is higher on my list just because I watched him play growing up.
Is that him next?
Yeah, it's AI. I watched him play growing up, and so he was kind of like one
Important
of
to
those players
you.
for me that I thought was like awesome because he had like the best crossover in the league.
Let me just test out the chat real quick. Hold on. Oh, people are commenting. It's not showing up on the. Why aren't you showing up? Hey Nadia. Hey Riley.
Oh,
What
we were
up?
Wrong. It was Nadia. Nadia wins the game.
Nadia wins. Why is that not showing up? Let me fix this first. Oh, great. My first comment on here is a spam. Okay, so Twitch is working. Why isn't the Facebook working? Oh, I know exactly why the Facebook's not working. Fixed it. Okay, Facebook should be good now. Yeah, Corbin was serious about showing up early. Hey, Nadia.
Riley, I have commitment to the craft, okay?
Indeed. Okay, cool.
Okay, so
That's
AI
better.
AI to me is at least a tier 3 of basketball players. But that's just for me.
Okay.
I mean, then you got Bill Russell, like one of the most winningest like players ever in the NBA. It's hard not to put him high.
Mr. Russell.
He passed away not that long ago.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think so. Did the. There's just too many good players on this list. I don't know the next two guys though, because they're white. I don't know the next two guys though, or I can't tell from this angle. I mean, there's a couple. I mean, they got Dirk Nowitzki and Larry Bird who are on there, and John Stockton too, who's amazing.
Okay, that should be good there.
I like how the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar picture that they have is when he was on Milwaukee. Kevin Garnett's not that good compared to all these players. Billy Horschel? I don't know.
Sorry.
I feel like we should move to a musicals tier list, huh?
We'll get too into this.
Thinking too much of NBA players. Like, I don't even watch NBA that much. I just, like... Scottie Pippen, I mean...
You will get too into this.
Kevin Durant. Kobe, R.I.P.
You know what? Can I put this here? Oh, that's smart. So we can both see it easily.
Ah, there you go.
Look at that.
Can see it. Oh, thanks, Nadia.
Thanks,
we
Nadia.
hope to see you too.
Hey, Mom. Just late.
Come on.
Aha.
You were just... We had a bet on you to be on here first.
On time, and you weren't.
That's okay.
Break my heart, Mom.
Third's not too bad.
It's okay, Mom. I forgive you. I'm almost done. Screw it. Do that. There you go. Haha. All right. Oh, shoot.
It goes away.
Gonna
This is going to be like one of those...
Oh, Riley with Larry Bird, you think so? Where is he?
He's the...
There he
is, yeah.
The Conan O'Brien of NBA.
I mean, Larry Bird...
You think
Larry
GOAT,
Bird,
though?
I don't think he's the GOAT, but I think that he is like one of the greatest to ever play, though. He's one of those guys that if you like trash talked him, he would not be afraid to trash talk you back.
Well, because he can like follow up on his trash talk.
Yeah, no, he was the guy who like one guy like trash talked him in a game, and so Larry Bird proceeded for the rest of the game to call out every single shot that he was gonna do.
That's crazy.
And he made every single shot that he called out.
That is
which
nuts.
is like nuts. He'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna dribble through the legs, spin around off the backboard," and he'd do it, and it'd go in, and the guy'd be like, "What's going on?" This dude was just clowning on kids.
All right. Well, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I mean, let's just talk about it. While we're here, let's just talk about it. Okay. It's usually these three, right? People talk about.
Yeah, usually those three.
Do you have an opinion?
I mean, it's got like
Jordan.
It's got to be Michael, right?
I feel like the conversation is always. Actually, I've heard arguments for all three. Actually.
I just think that the hard thing to compare is because they all played in like different eras of the NBA. Like I think LeBron and Kobe are the closest for
They overlapped.
Right? Yeah, they're the closest for when like they played around like the same era. But I just feel like if Michael Jordan played in today's game, that he would just drop 50 every game. Like he literally.
Think so?
Yeah. Like you watch some of the games, like the things that people could get away with back in the day, or like for like hard defense and like hitting guys and like pressing with it, they like just call everything nowadays.
It was the greatest even back in the day. So like, you think it got easier?
Yes, the NBA definitely is less physical than it was in the 90s, the 80s and 90s.
So if you implanted peak Jordan into today's game, he would still be the best of the best.
Yeah, he'd probably drop 50 on every team. Because because it's not that he would like have any like he was a very efficient scorer, but he would with today's age if he would just run the pick and roll, drive to the lane, and he'd probably get fouled like every other possession. And he was a really good free throw shooter, so he would just rack up 20 free throws a game and end up like scoring 50 points every game. Whereas like back in the day, he could just get hacked and they wouldn't call anything, and They literally was a team, the like Pistons. Their entire goal was just to rough up Jordan the entire series.
Yeah,
was like literally
That's
just go
their
at
goal.
him, just like get as many hands on him as you can.
Just make sure he
body
can't-
check him.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Didn't Kobe drop 50 in his like last game or something?
I think so, something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
But you think Jordan would have been doing it consistently?
I think so in today's age. Yeah.
All right.
But I think
decided.
Kobe in my eyes is, I mean, you just can't.
Special place in
That
the
guy
heart.
was special.
Yeah.
Right away coming into the league, but the thing that like, it's hard to say because LeBron and Kobe both came into the league at 18
When did Jordan come into the league?
after college, so like
Okay.
22.
By 18, Kobe and Jordan came into the
Yeah,
league.
both came out of high school.
Craig is that Wilt? Did he mean Wilt? The real goat.
Talking about one versus the real GOAT. I mean, if we were to talk about like, it's hard to argue now. I think if LeBron didn't have as like bad of a reputation as it was for like leaving Cleveland and doing all that stuff, going to the Heat, and
Yeah.
I think if he stayed in Cleveland and he won all those like the championships that he had, like there'd be no I think there'd be
Really?
no argument, honestly, because nowadays he holds the scoring title, which is something that no one broke for like 30 years with Kareem. Like he holds the scoring title now. He has
is
4
crazy.
championships. I mean, all these things. I mean, Wilt Chamberlain is like, I think also if Wilt Chamberlain played in today's
This is him, right?
basketball, he'd also, no, he's already in the list. He's
Oh.
tier 2.
Who's
we
this?
have him.
Kareem?
That is Kareem.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
How about? Do you think LeBron's the best NBA player in the league right now?
Right now, no, absolutely not.
Who's the best?
He's too old.
Who
Who's the
would you
best
say is
in
the
the
best right
NBA?
now?
Oh my gosh.
Currently playing.
That's-
Didn't you say Giannis when I asked you this?
I mean, I personally think Giannis is one of the most dominant players in the NBA. It's hard to say.
Maddie. Okay. Well, I don't think we'll be singing too much today. We are talking about our favorite musicals.
Yes, we will get to that. We're kind of doing a warm up on this site, I guess. To get,
Yeah,
to
we
get
should
used
move
to
on.
it. Yeah, we can move on
We
to the
can move on,
musicals.
move
I feel
on.
like more of the people who would be joining in
Yeah,
will
this is
relate
true.
versus the basketball. I didn't even know we talked. I don't even watch basketball. I don't take anything.
How
I
about
say.
let's rank the best host on Inside the NBA? I can talk about that. Ernie
Oh,
Johnson. You gotta put Ernie on top.
Yeah, definitely. He carries it. It's tough because when I feel like if you don't have Shaq and Charles Barkley on,
You have to have them together.
Like
Yeah.
the conversation just isn't as funny.
Exactly.
Because Charles Barkley, he talks like very slow, and then you got Shaq like Charles is just a dumb idiot, and then,
Yeah, Charles. Yeah.
you don't know what you're talking about,
You don't know,
Charles, and just Shaq in his.
How many rings you
his
got,
voice.
Charles?
Yeah, he's like, how many? Yeah, come on, Charles. What do you know about basketball? Why don't you go work on your golf swing, Charles?
And people shit on Kenny, but the assists he gives to Charles and Shaq are funny.
But you
Shout out to Kenny.
you need the solid host of every panel
Exactly.
of sports analysis, because it wouldn't be good if you didn't have the guy who leading the team. So
All right.
what we got
Let's
here?
move on to the musicals.
There's a musicals and more musicals.
That seems promising. I don't remember which one I used.
Promises. And feel free in the chat if anyone wants to give their feedback about whether we're horribly wrong or not.
What did Craig just send us? What the hell is this?
There's a basketball musical.
What the hell is this?
Why do you know about this?
I'm not surprised Craig knows about this.
Why is there less men than women in this show?
What? Huh. Wait.
Why is it not like even at least?
Wow. Oh yeah. Some terrific songs include What a Season,
What a season.
Life is a Game,
Is it a bet?
The Answer, and many more.
You know
Ah,
something?
I missed it in Kansas City. Damn it.
Something I think of when like a conversation I was having last night. We were watching a movie about I think Adam Devine was in it.
Oh, yeah.
And he does a little bit of stand up, and I don't know why this made me think of Google's your friend. It made me think of when he was talking about his like Pitch Perfect audition.
Oh, yeah.
Because something like this, like I feel like someone would like look at this and be like, "Oh, I'm doing a movie about basketball," and it turns out to be like a musical. And so he saw Pitch Perfect as his thing. He didn't read the description, and so he went to the audition thinking it was a baseball movie.
Is this true?
Yes.
No
So he thought it was
way.
he thought he was up for a role in a baseball movie, and so he showed up in like baseball pants and all these other things, and he's like over there stretching and simulating doing ground balls and all this stuff.
No way.
And he shows up to the audition and he's like, it went great. And then they were like, so what kind of song did you prepare? And he's like,
song?
And he was like, in Hollywood, you know, the word no holds a lot of power. So he's like, I said, no, I didn't prepare a song. And they went, well, then get out of here. Like, you need to prepare a song. He's like, I got a song prepared. Don't worry, I got one. And he pulled out the Full House theme song. and so he's like, apparently that's what they wanted for the role of Bumper is the Full House theme song. And so that makes me think of that. Just like
that's hilarious.
The context of looking at this, seeing a basketball musical, being like, what is this really about? I like why is this on tour? Like North Carolina in 2010, only 2 performances at a high school.
We missed it. God damn it! I bought a ticket and everything.
Guess we'll have to bring it back someday.
Guess we do.
This looks fairly good.
Okay, let me just scan other ones. Get some of these. No.
Don't know what that is.
Yeah, I already don't like it. This looks good too.
It's a good one.
Ooh, it was a lot.
Okay.
We
also gotta look at the sidebars too. Like
oh yeah, true.
Well,
we can change it. Ew.
What? You decent like love.
Oh, this is a lot. Oh boy.
Oh my lord.
Do we tackle this one?
We could tackle that one.
I kind of want to do.
I'll pick whichever one you want.
Okay. I think these are probably the same. Almost all the musicals, Ultimate Broadway.
Okay, so what do we have for sidebar? Like, what are the tiers? Love these more than life. Just missed the top tier.
It's last tier.
Really like these. They're all right. Not my thing. Haven't seen / heard it. Okay, I like that there's a tier for that because
I like this, yeah.
Because there's probably some that I have not heard songs from.
This was 242. This has 320.
Let's go to 320. Go big or go home.
All
okay,
right.
so we got different ones now.
We got
favorites. Love, like, decent, you, what? I feel like what for us is going to be shows that we don't know.
Let's also, so when I did this last, even for shows that we haven't like seen, if we know most of the music, let's also rank those. Or do you not want to do that?
Yeah, I like if I've heard music from something, I feel like I can rank it, even if I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Because I think we're just gonna go based on vibe of how we feel the show's music is.
Like for example, when we get to Bridges, let's rank it.
Yeah. I think most of it, because like most of us have only seen a handful of shows in our life, and a lot of these shows are strictly have been like Broadway only or like concert versions of stuff.
Yeah.
And so like for me, only being to New York once, like obviously I haven't seen all these shows.
It's gonna be twice now.
It's gonna be twice.
It's gonna be twice.
Yes, excited.
I'm just gonna do this if that's all right.
All right. Got my Dunkin'. I feel like I'm in the New York state of mind right now.
We're ready.
We are in. Welcome to the Shane and Corbin podcast involving. No, I'm just kidding. That's in the future.
That's
so
in the future.
Stay tuned.
Coming up
in the productions right now. We're still
Indeed.
coming up with ideas.
The very
feel free to send us
pre-productions.
material and auditions for if you want to be on our podcast. So stay tuned.
All right. There's gonna be a lot in the one
Alright,
category. But
number one. What is
I
that?
don't even know what this is.
What can we zoom in?
Never heard of it. What is this?
100,
110
110
in
in
the
the shade?
Never heard of it. What?
Can we like? I feel like what we should do is for shows that we don't know, like let's open up a description. Let's
Okay.
read like the plot.
Okay.
And then kind of make a assessment of if we think it might be okay. You know.
Okay.
And I feel like maybe we could leave the what context to being like, what is this show? Like, why is this a musical? So Shane, give us a little synopsis of this.
Based on Nash's 1954 play The Rainmaker, it focuses on Lizzie Curry. Oh, wait, lyrics by Tom Jones and Harvey Schmidt. I feel like that's who did the Fantastics? I could be wrong. A spinster living on a ranch in the American Southwest. I feel like that's many musicals from the 50s.
That's true.
And her relationships with local sheriff File, a cautious divorcee who fears being hurt again, and charismatic conman Bill Starbuck, posing as a rainmaker who promises the locals he can bring relief to the drought-stricken area.
This is just Shucked, but in a different setting.
Is it Shucked?
Like literally, the premise of Shucked is that there's this made up town who has like cornfields. Music Man, but about water. True. Who lives in this made up town with corn, and all of their corn is dying, and so they send out one person to go to the big city to find someone who can help save it. And there's a con man who poses as a scientist who tells them that he has a solution to all their corn problems, but thinks that there's just buried treasure in this town for them to then like find and just give them like, you know, misinformation on how they can fix their corn problem.
So it's Music Man, but with corn.
Yes.
Everything is a rip off of Music
But it's
Man.
just funny because he poses as a rainmaker, promises the locals that he can bring relief to the drought. It's like literally like he promises that he can help fix their corn problem, which is hilarious that this is like a similar plot. So
That's interesting.
So music by Richard Nat. Okay.
And
Or
I was
Tom
right.
Jones.
Following the success of the Fantastics. Yep.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. I mean,
it seems like you're very standard, random. I'd still say
it feels like Music Man and Shuck, but not as good.
Yeah,
Probably.
I feel like
Yeah.
no one knows this.
Yeah. Who is Leo? Do I know you, Leo? Leon Scum. Anyway, do we leave it here or do we rank it?
I
based
think
on
we
the
leave that
plot?
here for now.
Yeah,
I don't think there's because like I can't say it decent because we haven't listened to the music.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like an EU plot. Like it just.
Yeah.
It's not Cats. So.
We'll get to that. 13. Do you know anything about 13?
I've heard a couple songs from 13. I know Ariana Grande and Lizzie
Liz Gillies.
I
Yes.
don't know how to pronounce the last name.
Are you the one? Someone was talking to me about the whole plot of it. Was that you?
I don't think so.
Okay, so you don't know it.
I'd say decent.
Decent.
Yeah, I'd put that decent.
I've heard it's decent. That's what I've heard.
Decent.
Probably between decent and like, but since we don't know it.
This next one I'm biased.
1776. Okay, so you were in 1776. You love 1776.
Preface: I was in 1776. I played Ben Franklin.
You were
one of my favorite roles I've ever played.
You were really good.
I would honestly in this tier list put it as like for me,
like?
because it holds a special place in my heart for the show. I just think as an overall musical that most people, it's like a weird genre thing because anyone who likes history and anyone who is a big founding fathers, like Revolutionary War person loves this show. Like it's like I've heard so many people be like it's one of my favorite shows about history.
More of like a cult classic, like cult.
Yeah,
cult following.
It's like a niche. Yeah, it's too long. That's the one scene is too long. That's for sure. But I think it's one of those cult following. Like people either really love it or they're like, it's just a play with music for me, so it's not really up my alley kind of thing.
I'm okay with putting it in like.
I like the music, the few songs that there are in the show, but I think as an overall arching plot, it's just like the dialogue works well. It's got. I mean, won Best Musical in 1969 for a reason.
That's fair.
It's a fun show that plays on different genres. I think it's been kind of diluted a little bit because of Hamilton coming out, and not really having many shows in that genre of Revolutionary Wars time.
It was probably one of the first ones, if not the first.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But it's just like one of those shows that you feel very patriotic watching. 'Cause it's like, it's about
America.
It's about America, signing the Constitution, you know, the Declaration of Independence. Like, all that stuff is getting brought together, and it's just like, you feel that whole ordeal. So I put like for me.
I'll defer to you since you know the show.
Yeah.
I'll defer. Okay.
Being in the show is one of my favorites. I don't know if I would have had as much fun not being Ben Franklin, because the part is just amazing. But
they're great.
Yeah. So we got 35 mm.
I've heard songs from this.
I have also heard some songs from this. I think we've heard different songs from this show.
I've heard On Monday, sung by Betsy Wolfe. What have you? Alex Brightman has a song called "Cut You a Piece."
Yes,
I know that one. That's good.
I've heard the song Sarah. What is it? I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, look it up. The songs I've heard, I do enjoy.
It's because it's like the Lindsay Mendez song.
Oh yeah, I forgot she has a song in this. Leon, do I know you in real life? My first instinct is to put it in
The Ballad of Sarah Berry. That's the song.
Oh, I don't know that one. Is it good?
I played it for you before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's pretty good. Yeah, Lindsay Mendez is great. I think it's decent.
You think decent?
Yeah, it's like a show that's not really a show because it's just a collection of people.
Oh, it's like songs from New World.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going between like and decent, and if I really don't know it, I'll defer to the lower tier.
Yeah, I think it's decent. We can always change things too if we want. You just don't want too many. 42nd Street. I don't really know much about this.
I feel like I have to know a song
I've
from
seen
42nd Street.
the start, the beginning number, which is really cool because they start it where
it's a dance-heavy show.
Yeah, so the beginning of the show. They start with the curtains down, and as the music starts, they rise up to just seeing their feet, and they do like a tap number.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And so you can see like that, and then it progressively like raises the curtain to see everyone. But it's just the big tap number, which is really cool. I don't know much about it though.
Actually, I don't know any of these songs. Yeah, I might have to put it in the what what category?
All right.
9 to 5.
Working 9 to 5. 9 to 5.
I think we can rank it based on just knowing Get Out and Stay Out.
That's true. I mean, I like it a lot. I think to me it'd be in the like category.
I was gonna say like.
Yeah.
And then when we do it with John Beard, it's gonna be.
That's true. There's a nice part for.
Oh, we definitely know this person. That's a show that needs an older leading man. We definitely know whoever Leon is. Who is that? Do you know who that is? He's not telling me. You think it's Riley?
Yeah, it's Riley.
You think it's Riley? Oh, got it. Yep.
I figured it was Riley. The way he was talking.
Got it.
Do you actually know that one show, The Music Man, but about water? I don't believe you.
I mean, I don't know if you read it. I don't know. I remember him typing that pretty quick. I think he does.
What is the next show?
Little Night Music. Sondheim, I believe. Sondheim.
I think I've only heard one song from this show.
I think same here. Little Night.
I need to dive more into the Sondheim shows.
Maya. Hey, Maya.
Maya, you're supposed to be hanging out with your friends.
Hang out with your friends, Maya.
What are you doing?
This is Guys' Day.
What are you doing?
This is Guys' Day.
That's true. I guess we probably heard him in Sondheim.
That was a dumb click. Little Night musical songs. I feel like I have as well. Do I remember them though? Oh no, I don't. All right, I'll put in the Oh, Send in the Clowns. That's it.
Oh,
You know
what
Send
a
in the Clowns?
classic.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a good song.
Oh, there's
Is
Peyton.
Peyton.
Classic. Send in the clowns.
I still don't know it though.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've seen the
not.
cover, but I don't know anything about it.
Is that Andrew Lloyd Webber? No, this is Andrew Lippa.
Oh, who did Wild Party? That weird show.
Ah.
Yeah. Riley. New Brain. I'd rather be sailing if I could.
I like the music in this show. I don't know anything about the
I
show.
only know that
though.
one song. That's not enough, I think, to rank it.
There's another song in the show that I've listened to.
Yeah?
Both good. I mean, Jonathan Groff's good.
He was
It's
good.
decent. I would put decent.
Norm Lewis?
Norman Lewis? I'd put decent.
I'm okay with that. I can rank it based on that song.
I'd say decent. I have no idea about this next one.
This is Phantom, obviously.
A Tale of Two Cities.
It looks like Christine Daae and Raoul.
Outstanding Broadway musical.
Yeah, okay.
Looks like one of those
Get outta here.
weird British ones that they do. I like Addams Family a lot.
Okay. Is this the first one we've like seen? Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Well, besides
Addams.
77
I mean, I really like Addams Family.
Addams Family is a great musical. It's a great musical.
It's one of those that the songs are good. It's a funny dialogue too.
Engaging the whole time. I don't think there's really a lull in it.
I like the concept of two star-crossed lovers coming together, families of very different proportions, but
Great
then
message.
finding a commonality in family and love and acceptance.
I like when it also like I like a show that like it's such a fantasy. It's a fantasy kind of world, but you really feel immersed in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I'm in this universe. Between love and like here.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards like, but I can be convinced otherwise. Just because
I mean,
I don't really know it too well.
I mean, but one of our favorites is in the show.
This is true.
Miss Wednesday Addams.
Miss Rodriguez.
Miss Rodriguez.
Okay, I'm convinced. All you had to do is bring her up. Okay, our first love. Adam's
Our first
Family.
love.
Ooh, Tess with a 13 at decent is a hot take. We don't really know 13. I know you love 13, Tess.
See, we're trying to rate them based on things that we do know, and we've only really heard one song from that show.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of the decent for us are ones that we've only heard a couple things from.
Yeah.
And we think that it's pretty good of what we've heard.
Nothing against it. I bet it's good.
But-
I bet it's good. Oh, you don't? Oh, I thought you did.
Oh, you do not. Oh, so do you
Who
think
the
it
hell
should?
was talking
Do
to
you
me
think it
about
should be
this?
lower? Do you think it should be an U tier?
I forget what. Someone was talking to me about like the whole plot and explaining the whole thing to me, and I forget who it was. Whatever. Oh, deserves lower.
Oh.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. That could be in consideration for later.
Yeah.
If we don't have enough U tier, I feel like where's Cats? Get that on there.
Should we just
Just find Cats.
Straight to
just
Cats?
throw it on there. There it is.
where it is? Where it
Bottom
is?
left.
Bottom left.
Right under Bright Star. Throw that up there. You. Don't even think about it. That's just gone. Just throw it in there. Yeah, there you
Let's
go.
talk about it for a
No,
second. Let's
there
talk
is
about
no
it.
talking.
Let's talk about it.
It is one of the worst shows I think I've ever listened
It's
to.
iconic, right? One of the most popular Broadway shows of all time. And Memory is a good song.
Can't convince me.
I just wanted to play devil's advocate for a second. I
It
agree.
also was one of the worst rated movies of all time.
Do you think that was the musical's fault?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
The concept is weird.
Riley, don't call out a specific and be like, "Oh, of course, yeah."
No, I blame James Corden.
Hey, Taylor Swift was in the movie musical. She's great.
Yeah, she's good, but it's Cats.
Yeah. I agree. I remember my and old Deuteronomy. I remember my dad had the old DVD of one of the 80s recording, and we both fell asleep watching it.
Okay, next.
Aida. You know more than I do.
I
about
like Aida. Yeah, Aida. I saw at Mr. John Dobrat's.
Oh, you saw it
in high school when he was in high school.
Oh,
I
no
was in
way.
6th grade. Yeah.
Damn. Oh my God.
I really liked the show.
Wait, Timothy, is that are you who I think you
See,
are?
your mom knows what's up. She slept at the show. That's all I'm saying.
At Cats.
Yes, that's all I'm saying.
I gotta check if Timothy is who I think he is. I gotta check if it is you. When I streamed in the Philippines during med school, Tim is just a random guy who popped in and like viewed most of my streams when I was in the Philippines.
Oh, welcome.
It's good to see you,
Hello,
Tim. Hello.
Nice to meet you. Riley, no, he was not Aida.
John D. Aida.
He was Radame.
Thanks, Nada. Yeah, come see Wedding Singer. It'll be fun. I sung 2 songs for this for like 2 Broadway reviews a couple of years ago. I sung Elaborate Lives and something else.
They got what's his face in the show? Adam Pascal.
Adam Pascal.
It's a rock music written by Elton John. Like
Elton John's great. H, what up?
it's
Omid says great comment needs S tier. You'll not like the outcome.
Oh,
we'll get to
get to that.
Oh, we'll get to great comment. Don't worry.
I would say Aida's a like for me.
Yeah.
Like I it's close to a love tier for me because I really like a lot of the music, and the Gods Love Nubia song is just like, oh my god, it's so good. But
Yeah.
it's one of those shows that's a little bit older. That it's Romeo and Juliet in Egypt. Like that's what it is. It's
like Music Man, but
like
Romeo and
if you
Juliet.
don't know the plot, it's about this group of people who are like the rich and it's on this island, but in Egypt. Like
Oh, got it.
so
Who turns into the tree
so
at the end?
Aida is the princess to this group of Nubians who are kind of the lower class Egyptian people. They're the slaves of the time.
Like Daniel was.
Yes.
in Once on this Island.
Well, Daniel
okay.
was the rich.
He was the rich.
And then there's like the royalty, which there's Radames, who's like the captain of the guard kind of person. He's betrothed to the princess of Egypt, and then meets Aida and falls in love with her, and they have this star-crossed lover. Like that's not supposed to happen, and she's just like, "Come on, you can be king and help my people. Like we can't be together."
Marry the princess Vladimir. Yeah.
Radames, yes. And so then at the end, because of the like tryst of it, the other princess has to put them to death, and they die together, being buried alive. But they were together.
Payne says, "Can I come for the DoorDash portion of the stream?" We do have to pop off before like 2
Yeah.
or something. So sorry.
But
No is my answer.
But maybe, I mean, if
No
people-
girls allowed.
We are watching the Wedding Singer movie later, so I guess if
Yeah.
people wanted to come for that portion,
We will text people.
we'll
Okay.
figure that out. I put like for me.
I agree with that.
Aladdin also like. That's a hard like for me.
I'm between like and decent.
I think it's great. I
You
saw
liked it a
the
lot?
overture. I thought it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the people in the disaster dressing room who saw it said the opposite. They were like, it was kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, spoilers are loud, Riley. Really? Well, James said that, but I think it's because he didn't get the magic carpet.
No, it's true. Okay.
I think it's a like for me. We like both Maya and I really like had a great.
You had a good time?
Yeah.
It has been a while since I've seen it, so
It's
sort
just one of those shows. It's just
sort
a
of
fun. I
forgot.
like the choreo. I thought the ensemble was fantastic. I thought the leads were all right. Like they were good, but I thought the ensemble that they had was really good. And so, and usually the ensemble is the heart of the show. So I really judge a show based on how good their ensemble
I like that
is.
take. That's a good take.
So
Okay.
I would like, yeah. What do we got next?
Don't know what this is.
I have no idea. That's just a what. I don't really.
What?
You know more about the show than I do. I've watched clips of the show and it's really weird.
Is it? I haven't even watched clips, and I only know the one song.
It's one of those shows that, again, I think has a really strong cult following. When I watched it, I went, "What is this? Like, what am I watching right now?"
I can put it at a what, because I don't.
I put it
pretty
at
much know
what?
anything.
Yeah, I don't know if I put it at you, because I do think the one song sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
But the concept is just kind of weird. It's one of those woke
I don't
type
even
of
know
Alice in
anything about it.
Wonderland stories.
Did it come out after Spring Awakening?
Maybe.
I think it did. Anyway, we'll get to Spring Awakening when we get to Spring Awakening.
All Shook Up. I like All Shook Up.
I've seen a school production of this show. Wasn't Tess in the show?
I think so.
Tess, were you in the show? I think you were.
I like the music to the show. I mean, it's Elvis. Like, how can you not like the
there she
music?
is.
It's Elvis.
Is it all Elvis songs?
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's a jukebox of Elvis.
I remember when I saw it, I enjoyed it. Yes.
I like it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the music a lot to the show.
That's a solid like. I'm okay with putting it at
yeah,
like.
I put it at like too.
It's not like game changing or anything, but I feel like it's a good time.
It's fun. Like, they did this for a show choir set from my high school back in like 2016.
Oh, you did? Oh.
I didn't do it.
Oh, gotcha.
I just watched it, but I had a great time watching it.
Yeah.
Allegiance. I have been meaning to get to I think it's on the Broadway HD site.
Oh, what's Riley talking about? ASU?
All Shook Up.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Thought of the
Not
college.
Arizona State
Like,
University, because that is not as good. HPVU.
I saw Allegiance on Broadway, so I'll take this one.
Okay, you got this one.
Kind of forgettable, enjoyable in the moment, kind of forgettable. Lea Salonga's in it. Love Lea Salonga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it at a decent.
Okay. I trust
I'll
you
put it at a
that, because I don't really know anything
Telly
about it.
Leung was also in it. The Godspell.
Oh,
good idea. He's also
yeah.
fantastic, but kind of forgettable.
Yeah.
Didn't last too long
I
on
don't really
Broadway.
know.
But a
Amazing Grace. What is this?
I've heard something from this, or someone we like is in this. Amazing Grace musical. I swear I know something about this. Or is this the new one?
Is this newer?
2015.
No, not that.
I might have just heard one song from this. What?
Yeah, what?
All Shook Up is a safety school. What? Amelie.
I only know the one song.
Riley knows Amelie. I don't really know it either.
I like the one song.
Which one do you know? Stay.
Times
Times Are Hard for Dreamers.
Yeah.
Everyone I talk to says is it the British version of this show, Riley? Of Amelie's better? I forget what you said. I know 2 songs from the show. That song and Stay. Really enjoy them. I don't think it's enough for me to rank it.
Yeah.
What? American Idiot.
I like Green Day, but that's just me. I think it's decent.
Solid.
I'd say it's solid decent. Yeah. I like it's Green Day music. I think the
Do you know anything about the plot?
The plot's, I don't think, very memorable.
British version,
I've
yeah.
seen some stuff for it, but I've never actually watched it. But I've listened to all the music in it.
Okay. What'd you say?
It's decent. Yeah, it's
Decent?
decent. Yeah,
I'm okay with
It's Green
decent.
Day. It's one of those jukebox
Can't go
musicals
wrong.
that like is very fun to watch if you like Green Day,
Gotcha.
because it's very rock,
Very rock indeed.
American in Paris. I'm not as much of a dance connoisseur.
You aren't?
Like I appreciate dance, but like
It's a very
I'm,
dance
I'm not a
show.
dance I'm a mover. I wouldn't call myself a dancer.
You're a mover and a shaker.
I'm a mover. I can do the stage moving when it comes to learning show choreography, but when it comes to technical actual like dance choreography, I don't know any of that stuff. And that's what I feel like American in Paris is. It's a very dance heavy show.
Everyone I know that has seen this loves it. But this is our tier list.
I know a few songs from this show.
How about decent then?
I put decent. Yeah.
We'll put a decent.
I feel like it's one of those shows you have to see.
Yeah.
And because we haven't seen it, we can't really give it a good assessment.
Asia.
Oh, I love this show.
Oh yeah, so we know songs from the show.
Yes, I've watched this.
You've
yeah.
watched this?
I watched
Where?
the bootleg. There's a bootleg out there. Yeah.
You mean the slime tutorial, right?
The slime tutorial.
slime
Sorry,
tutorial.
there is no bootleg out there.
Well, that's illegal.
There is no bootleg. I'm kidding.
I haven't seen the bootleg. I only know the songs, so I'll defer to you.
It's very similar to. Have you seen the movie?
No.
Maya made me watch the movie. The movie's pretty good. It's a little bit different. I mean, Ramin Karim was in the show.
Ramin's in it. He's great.
It's a good story. Anastasia is a good story. It's one of those shows that some people don't really like, but I like it. I like it a lot. So I'd put it in my love tier.
The love tier. Okay.
Think about how many Anastasia songs we sing.
We do sing them quite often. All right, I'll put out love. Okay, all right.
Know nothing about this next show.
Oh, I thought you showed me something from this at some point.
Angels?
Or maybe it was something else.
No.
I'm gonna get confused with that. This one. Which you have shown me something.
Bear Pop Opera. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Des. It's true. This is character in the movie that.
Yes.
Anastasia
And there's no
Bartok,
Rasputin either.
Rasputin.
Rasputin was like one of the best parts of that movie.
What?
Yeah, what? I don't know. Just put it at what?
What are you?
What? All right.
Oh, Anne of Green Gables, my favorite musical. Canada's longest running musical.
Yeah, put that as what? Like that's
What the
who
hell?
is listening to Canadian musicals? I'm sorry. Like Canadians do a lot of things right, but I don't think it's musicals. Annie, Get Your Gun. I like this show.
Have you seen it somewhere?
I have.
I have not seen it.
I've seen
I'll
a high
defer
school
to you.
production of it. Annie, Get Your Gun. It's at the.
I can do anything
Yeah, that one.
better than you.
I think it's a good show. It's one of those shows that's older, so I put it probably at decent.
Decent. Yeah, it's hard to put. I feel like not a lot of the old shows will get too high on the list. Maybe something will.
Annie to me is an E.
F Canada, America all the way, raw.
Annie to me is kind of an E. Not gonna lie.
I think this is where our
we could
argument...
have this debate. It's kind of an E.
I
me.
like Annie a lot.
I don't like Annie.
I think most people don't like Annie. I think everyone in the chat will disagree with me.
I've seen it 3 times.
Okay.
And I just have never enjoyed my experience watching it.
Were the productions bad though?
I don't think like inherently they were bad.
Okay.
I just don't get into the music. I like you guys like the NYC song. Like that's the one song.
Don't you guys me? How
That's
dare
like
you.
the only song. Like that sound well. You know.
Okay. So tomorrow, Overplayed. Sure. Maybe is a great song. Maybe Far Away or maybe Real.
You could put it. You could put it at decent.
Great.
I'm not putting it any higher
NYC's
than
great. NYC's great.
I'm sorry, Shane's mom. I just don't like the show.
The plot's cute. The little orphan girl finds a family, realizes that blood doesn't define family. It's who
and
you
she
love.
finds a rich guy who's gonna take her in, and then gets everything she's ever wanted.
That's what we all want, for a rich guy to take us in. It's
A rich
I
bald
relate
guy
to
take us
Annie.
in. It's fine. You can put it at decent. I don't mind that.
All right, I'll put decent. If it were just me, I would have put it at like. So we'll average out.
I will take that, even though like it's one of those shows for me. I'm just like I just can't get into it.
I think I'm a little biased because I've told you like I when I worked at the theater summer camp one year, the kids did the show and I had a good time like helping them. And I had a good
Okay, yeah,
experience
that's
with
fair.
that.
You
So
gotta-
like I have a good
you
association with
have
it.
a positive experience with the show.
Yeah.
So far, all of mine have just been negative. So I just there's so many better shows you could do than Annie.
Are you just annoyed by like when like you hear all the kids like screaming like the high notes? It's a hard knock. Does that just annoy you?
Who is here?
Second. Finally.
He really did crash the party. Sorry, we don't have a mic for you, so you're gonna have to sit in the back.
We have a guest.
It's okay. We have a little more
Did you text me,
insight
Riley?
now.
I'm
He
sorry.
probably knows more of the like. How did you get in?
Oh, my fault.
A lady held the door open for me.
Oh, very nice.
Guys, we have a guest. It's Riley.
Welcome to the stream, Riley Custer.
I was like, is someone? I wasn't being that
I was-
loud. Is someone coming to yell at us?
I was like, we haven't been singing at all.
Well, they just had critiques of what you were ranking.
Of
They're like,
course.
How dare you say that 110?
Do you really know that show, Riley?
No, you just described what the premise was, and I'm like, oh, it's the music
Man,
man, but with water.
It's also shucked. I'm telling you, it's like the same thing.
When Chuck comes to Madison, we'll find
Maybe if I see a really good production of Annie, maybe it'll turn me around.
Yeah.
I'm just super annoyed by like the siblings of that show,
Pull
like
that.
Rooster and whatever the
Oh, Miss
Miss
Hannigan.
Hannigan.
Miss Hannigan. I'm just like those characters to me are pretty like always meh, and so like I'm not super into it. I don't know.
Thanks, Des. Okay. Do you have anything here that you strongly disagree with, Riley, so
no,
far?
I mean, Amelie is like a pretty solid like/love.
Okay.
A lot of great songs. The British version's better than the
Better.
American, like I've said.
Everyone says that pretty strongly. Why?
It's just it
Just
sounds
like,
better.
it sounds
Philippa
better?
Sue just isn't quite right for the Amelie.
I will be blocking you, Riley. If
That's
I...
fine.
Oh, actually, you can be on. Oh, there you go. That's perfect.
There we go.
Look at that. I can move Amelie to a like. I'm okay. with
I'm alright with that. I mean, I only know the one
random
song.
Guest star.
it. Alrighty. Anyone can whistle. What's the show? What's the song I know from the show?
That's the Sondheim show. That's the Sondheim show that he actually like really likes. That Sondheim himself says he really wish got off the ground more.
Gotcha.
Anyone can whistle.
Should let me so Riley can be heard a little better.
It's a what from me just because I don't know like anything from it.
Same.
Yeah, I put it in a what? That's like a Sondheim show that I barely know.
It's just one of those shows that I think was one of his favorites, but never actually made it to the public light. So
Gotcha.
I put it at what for now. Anything goes.
goes.
I like this show.
I put it in the love category.
I was in this strong association of love for this show for me.
I also I'm
think
between
love,
like
Riley?
and love for me. I've seen 2 productions of it now. All I'm thinking of is the Disney Plus production when those old people put on the show and they couldn't
That's a
remember
great
any
show.
of the lines, which was really funny. And because they did the long version, they did the like version before they did the updated stage version, which is what this version is, which has less dialogue. It's one of those shows that it's got tap number, it's got some great ballads.
It's got a sea shanty.
It does have a sea shanty. I just don't remember the plot. Is the plot?
The plot. So like, it's what
I was in it. I don't remember.
There's there's Billy who is
This whole parkour.
who is he's associated with Reno Sweeney in some way, isn't he?
Yeah, they know each other.
They like know each other. Reno Sweeney, very like big star in the industry, and then Billy. I don't remember what his occupation is.
Billy's like a shyster or something.
Yeah, but then there's like 2 gangsters that come on.
Yeah,
Moonface and an accomplice, and they try to like do some things on the boat and all. It's just like one of
It's
those
a golden age musical.
golden age
shit, you know
musical.
how it goes. Guy steals girl from her current partner.
I'm gonna put it at a like. Personally,
I'm solid with that. Yeah, I'm good with the like.
like shout out to anything goes though. Applause.
I'm here for the applause.
Anything, Riley?
No, nothing. Put that.
That's a what?
What are you? You look familiar though. This person. R.
Aaron.
Like Texas?
What?
That's a what?
Ah, yes.
We're just
And
gonna.
Lloyd
There's probably
Webber's-
gonna be a bunch of these that we just don't know.
I only know what's the song I know from this? Dun 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 dun. You do know anything? Okay. I know one song from this. I'm gonna put that at a what? Ooh, Riley. You came here just
See,
in time.
Riley would put this as
This
a,
is
as a
Riley's
love for
probably
him.
arguably favorite musical, correct?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely up there, probably top 5 at the very least.
I don't know it, so I'm gonna defer to you.
Yeah,
I saw it last year.
Oh, you saw it? What do you
yeah,
remember of it?
at Platteville I saw it. I liked it. Yeah,
Liked it?
I don't know if I'd put it for me a love because I think I'd have to listen to the music more, but it's just like a solid like from me.
Solid.
Like I enjoyed watching the show. I think the plot is super interesting, and the music is Sondheim, which is fantastic. So I just put a solid like for me, but I know Riley's a little more biased than I am when it comes to this show.
I'll put that in like since Shane doesn't know it.
Yeah, I don't know it. Yeah, rule of averages. But I do know next time someone does it, I definitely do want to see it. I'm curious about Assassins for sure.
Maya wouldn't like it if I talked about this next on Pride and Prejudice, the musical.
This is a musical? This is a Pride and Prejudice musical?
Yeah, and I've watched part of it.
Do you not like it? And she does. Watch your words. This is on recording.
No, she would say the same thing. The movie's way better.
Okay.
The movie version of the
It feels like when I watched it, it just feels like it's just random. Like there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to it. We watched a little because there's a little bit of a slime tutorial online. So they did it somewhere in Europe not that long ago, and it's okay. Like
okay.
the music's okay. It's not great.
How about we put it at
I think the plot for Pride and Prejudice is great. Like the book and the movie are really good, but I just think it's not great. You know.
Take an ew for this?
I wouldn't put you. I'd say it's decent. I mean, it's decent because it's Pride and Prejudice.
Okay.
I wouldn't put it any higher than that. The music was just kind of
Forgettable?
yeah. It was just
Okay.
I've never seen Avenue Q, so I'm gonna step
Defer
out on
to
this
me.
one. I've only heard a couple songs.
I have seen Avenue Q.
I have also seen Avenue Q.
You have. Where did you see? Oh, you saw the recent production of it?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I I think Avenue Q is really, really good. Some of it hasn't aged very well.
I was gonna say it's very of its time.
It's very of its time. I still think it's great. Like the whole concept of Muppets but rated R is very funny. It has good moments. Where would you put it?
I'd put it at a like.
I was thinking like as well.
Because
yeah.
again, there are maybe like 2-3 songs, a couple of characters that aren't great, but like it was definitely a trendsetter when it came out originally, and we have to.
And it was on forever.
Yeah.
Like,
it also, as we know, beat out Wicked for best
it did.
musical.
It did. That's a
That
That's a
was
question.
that was a big controversy.
indeed.
Know nothing about this next show.
Baby, It's You, or is that what it's called? Baby, It's You.
What is
Nothing.
it looks like a jukebox musical.
It very much does.
Yeah.
Let's see if it is. Baby, It's You musical.
Oh, it's about
Probably.
the
Yeah, you're
Shirelles.
right. Yeah, I drew with the Shirelles. Then I don't know anything about it.
Baby, it's you.
Ballad of Little Joe. Anything? All right.
Maybe a prequel to Bright Star.
It kind of looks like, it could be.
Little Joe River. I've heard
geeks.
this, but I've never listened to anything.
Yeah?
I've heard someone bring this up once, but I have no idea what it's about.
I'm sure I've heard a song from it, but
Nothing.
Nothing.
Get it here. Bandstand. Anything?
You've seen it, haven't you?
I've not seen it. I know. I really like one of the songs from it.
Bandstand. I always get that one and A Band's Visit mixed up.
It might have been. They were close, at least. I don't think they were the same exact Tony season, but they were on at the same time, I think.
Lost in the Brass is from Pancakes. It's mid.
Oh, she knows. Lost in.
I feel like I've heard that
I think
before,
Tessa's
but
talking
I don't
about
know
Band.
where or why I've heard something from that
Band
show.
Geeks?
Yeah.
Mid.
Lost in the Brass. That sounds
You know, Lost in the
familiar.
Brass? Familiar.
Like I feel like someone showed me that once.
Gotcha.
So I'll let you take this Bandstand.
I only know one song, not enough for me to actually give it a ranking. I'll put it in the what.
Right. Bear. I like Bear.
You know Bear.
I like Bear pop opera. Yeah.
Okay, I'll defer to you to where to like.
I put yeah. The music's really good in this show. It's one of my friend's favorite shows.
Oh, it's
like
one of the, okay.
it's one of those that he always talks about. Bear pop opera. it's just the music's really good. I've played you a couple songs
You have,
from it.
and they do sound good.
It's good. It's a good music show.
Okay.
I like, yeah.
All right. Bad Boy.
I've only heard one song from the show.
Someone has talked to. Was it you, Riley, that talked to me about Bad Boy? No.
I've only heard one song from the show because I think there was a song someone was like, "This would be good for you for an audition," and it's a weird song, and it's what for me? I don't really know it.
They're talking about Bad Out of Hell.
No,
Is this the Meatloaf one?
Yeah.
there's a Meatloaf musical.
I can do anything for love.
I'd either put it in what or decent, just based on Meatloaf music.
It's true, Tess. Yeah, you have a show on us now.
I feel like there's a lot of shows in here that Tess might know that we don't know,
It's true.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, like I had a couple weeks when I played the I Could Do Anything for Love from the musical album on repeat. So I want to rank it. What did
Okay.
you say? Decent?
Yeah, I said decent.
Decent?
I mean-
I'm gonna put a decent just cause.
Meatloaf's music is good.
I like
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. Yeah.
Unless whoever arranged the
R.I.P.
music.
Opportunity, blast my soul.
R.I.P. Meatloaf.
Decent.
Have you ever seen the movie Stage Fright?
No, what is that?
It is a.
Oh God.
It's funny. It's a very bad. Like it's one of those really not really bad. It's like one of those really cheesy horror movies that it's people like it because it's so poorly made.
I never got. I'm not one of those people who watches things because they're bad and like gets a.
But it's about this. It's basically like a theater camp, and they go to this theater camp, and there's this girl whose mom was like killed on stage or something in an accident or some sort of like stabbing on stage, and so she has this stage fright on stage because her mom died in like an accident as a performer.
Is it like a?
But then there's this like killer who is going around terrorizing this theater camp and just like murdering people. And so they're putting on putting on a production of Phantom of the Opera, or they call it something different in the movie. It's not quite but it's basically Phantom of the Opera. And but the killer sings and stuff right before they kill people, and the voice of the killer is Meatloaf, which is super hilarious and very out of left field. But I remember in high school, my friends and I watched this horror movie, and we're like, this kind of goes hard. Like this Meatloaf killer guy is just like doing like heavy metal like screamo right before he kills someone.
It's like when we saw Cabaret and we were like, damn, man.
Oh, it's this show.
Yeah.
But it's a very like cheesy, poorly made horror movie about like someone basically putting on a production of Phantom of the Opera, this theater camp where this killer is just going around killing people.
We gotta see this.
But with Meatloaf singing.
Stage fright?
Stage fright, yeah.
I'm just so curious. Oh, it's recent? Is that the one 2017?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think that's it.
Oh, wow. Why are there so many movies called Stage Fright?
This is a good name for a movie.
Oh, understood.
Probably the 1987 version.
It was a more. I think it was a newer-ish show back then. Let me look it up.
Oh, it's a show?
It's a movie. It's a
Oh.
movie.
Oh, wow. Rotten Tomatoes is a hard stop now.
Rotten Tomatoes is just fine without the ad revenue from YouTube.
Oh, whatever. Moving on. Beautiful Carole King. I love this musical.
It was a 2014 show.
Oh, it was a 2014 one.
Yes, 2014. It got a 37% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Higher than I expected.
5.2. Yeah, 2014.
What's the audience score though? That's the real score.
103.
103.
The Google users, only 62% of people like the show. It's a bad movie. Like it's not, but it's for like as a theater person, I think it's hilarious. Like it wasn't one that we were scared in the movie. We were just laughing at how ridiculous it was.
Those are fun.
I like the Beautiful Carol King music.
Have you listened to? Oh, from my playlist.
From your playlist.
It's-
and I've also listened to. I mean, I love Carol King. It's just great.
It's a jukebox musical, and we have opinions about that, but I think it's one of the best jukebox musicals. I saw it twice. I won the lottery for it twice. One right after the other. 2 days in a row I won the lottery for this. I brought my mom, and then I brought my dad. I think it's really great. I love it. I'm putting a love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I can.
All you have to do is touch my hand.
All you have to do is touch my hand. I don't think I could ever put a jukebox in favorites. So, love for me.
I like it.
Yep.
Well, eventually we'll get to a favorites.
We know this.
We do.
We met each
I like
other
this
doing
show a
this
lot.
show. I think Beauty and the Beast.
It's got it's one of those shows again that's got like a special kind of place.
Of course.
Because it is
For all of
where
us.
all of us have met. And I like this show. Like Beauty and the Beast as a movie was one of my favorites growing up.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of productions of it. I mean, the Beast song was one that I wanted to, I always wanted to do.
What's it called? If I
Can't
Can't
Her.
Love Her is a great song. Fantastic song.
But
There
is
are
it-
songs I don't like in it. you
Yeah,
know.
it's a Disney musical. Like
Like the dad song.
My Daughter Odd.
Shout out to Matt White. My daughter Odd.
I put this in the like category.
I was thinking like as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the version that we did that cuts out Maison de Lune.
Yeah.
I'd also put I'd also
Maison.
put Beetlejuice in like for me.
Yeah.
Alex Brightman just carries the whole show. Like for me, I listened to Beetlejuice like on repeat the year that it came out. Like it was one of those shows
Yeah.
that
You had like a phase.
I just like loved the show.
Yeah.
But it's an overall concept and everything. I think it's good.
It's fun.
It's
yeah.
fun.
I don't like it as much as most people do, but it is a good time. Decent feels too low and love feels too high for me, so like is good.
Yeah, and it's coming to the Overture in January. Get your
Indeed.
tickets.
Yes. We gotta go see it.
What do we got next?
Bells are ringing. Judy Holiday.
No, nothing.
I don't know why I could look at Riley when I don't do a musical. You know this? What? Here we are. Corbin speaker piece on Big Fish.
I mean, I love this show so much. The show concept, it's just good. Like the amount of like emotional connection that you get with these characters, and the songs are just, they're so good. They're so catchy. I mean, it's just one of those shows that you just like want to see again. Like,
Yeah.
the whole plot of this man who just his entire life.
Finding this girl.
Well,
Right.
like it starts off, it's about this guy who's a big kind of storyteller, so he tells a lot of tall tales to his children.
Oh yeah, Tess likes Big Fish as well. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so he kind of tells like the stories of adventures and all these things he's done in his past, and then as his son grows up, he starts to resent his dad a little bit because he wants to know like the truth about his life.
I've never been a man who lived an office life.
And so he just wants his dad to like be real with him. It's kind of because he's getting married, he's gonna have a kid, and he doesn't want to be like his dad and not feel like he's genuine with his son. Like he always feels like he's lying. But then his son starts to realize like there's a reason why his dad kind of lives these fantasies and tall tales kind of thing.
Okay.
Because his dad ends up dying, like he ends up on his deathbed and everything, and he lives out the whole meaning, and he ends up realizing why his dad is the way he is, and like really appreciates his dad for doing all the things that he did for him, like growing up. And then he kind of passes on to then his son at the end of the show. It's a great full
It's
circle
relatable. I mean, like
moment.
that happens to all of us, right?
Yeah, it's one of those like the Big Fish, like the reason called Big Fish is because his dad is like the imaginary big fish, like the tall tale story of like this thing that's living, out there, but it's not actually like there. And it's a great story, and the music is great, and it's just heartwarming and sad, and I mean, I love it's one of my favorites, but if we want to put it as something with
I
all
would
you
put it
guys,
in the
I'd put it in the love
I
category.
mean, heck, I'd put it in the favorites. Even Big Fish is a really phenomenal story.
Yeah.
Even setting aside how good the music is.
Where have you seen it?
I've seen the movie and I've seen a slime tutorial.
Oh wow! Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Even
okay.
McGregor is in the movie.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Love it is. I really love the music that you've shown me from that show.
It's so good.
Love it is. All right. Our next love. Look at that.
That
Stat
musical
category.
is so good. Billy Elliot.
I'll refer to Riley. for
Absolutely. So Billy Elliot, I think, is. Thank you, Shane.
Yes.
I mean, this is up there for some of my favorite shows. I think this is a really evocative musical. I mean, it tells a very specific period in time of like class struggle on a macro level, but then on a micro level, it's a father-son story about, you know, a kid that does a quote-unquote sissy hobby, and the dad coming to appreciate that his son does have a gift, and what that means is kind of letting go
of like the ideal, like
the ideal
societal.
Both
I
the
agree,
ideal
Tess.
societal sort of expectations, and also kind of recognizing that if he lets this next generation go, the town's probably gonna more or less collapse. It's got phenomenal music. I mean, Solidarity is one of the best songs in music theater.
Wow.
People really
dancey.
like Electricity too.
Electricity is phenomenal.
Electricity.
Angry Dance is also great. It's a very dance-heavy show.
I mean, Tom Holland's in the show.
He was.
Really?
Yeah.
Really can't explain it.
Yeah.
I don't got the words, or whatever he says. Yeah. Everyone at VACT I've talked to who's been in this has said it was like one of their favorite, if not favorite, experiences, and just that passion behind it. Yeah, we'll put it at love.
Yeah, we'll put it at love. Not favorite, because if you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it.
I feel like for favorites, we really got to reserve that for the top of the top shows.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I think the next two honestly are love for me.
I really like Bring It On.
I really like.
You guys know Bring It
too.
On? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you knew Bring It On.
did it.
I think Bring It On is fantastic. I've never seen it, but I've listened to the whole show multiple times, and I mean,
who doesn't like Taylor Lauderman?
oh my God, man, come on, anything she's
like
in.
anything Taylor Lauderman is in,
S tier.
I'm
on board.
I'm jumping in. Like,
I think it's pop. The pop music is pop music, but it's like good. It's like really good.
it's Lynn.
Music.
It's Lynn before Hamilton.
It's Lynn before Hamilton. It's Tom after Next to Normal. I think it's really.
Wait,
really
Tom Kitt was in this?
You did the additional music?
good. No, he co-wrote it with Lynn. Yeah.
Shout out to Tom Kitt. Tom Kitt, if you're ever watching this,
Yep.
let us know. Hit us up.
Yeah, I think it's great.
I love this show too. Yeah,
think
it's great.
great.
I put it in the love category.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in love.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll put it in love.
You know you want
Took
to.
me a second, but yeah, I'll put it in love.
All right. Know nothing about this show.
What?
I only know the one song from Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson.
Oh, Bloody Bloody Andrew Jackson. I put this in a decent.
Yeah.
The music's good, but
I'd put it a decent two from the one song that I know.
My life sucks.
Yeah.
Whatever he says. Yeah.
like it's got a lot of good tunes in it. It's just
It's about Andrew Jackson, one of the worst presidents in the
correct.
history
It's
of
got
ever.
confusing messaging.
Okay.
Because Andrew Jackson is decidedly not punk.
So like, why is this? Okay.
Yeah.
But decent because of catchy tunes.
I would see the show were it to come.
Okay. Decent it is. What is
That's
it?
way high up there. Shane.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Favorite. So good.
Based off the one.
Be more chill.
Cole said have their rank crease yet. We're getting there. I got you, Cole.
No. Be more chill. I watched the version of the show.
Which version?
The one of the newer slime tutorials, the one
The
with
Broadway?
the one with the guy from Dear Evan Hansen.
The Broadway one.
Yeah.
I've heard only bad things about this show.
I like aspects of this show. I like some songs from the show.
Yeah.
I think the plot, I see where they were trying to go with it. I don't think it quite hit the mark that you're looking for. It's like a weird amalgamation of like Mean Girls meets Heathers meets this weird like
Almost like Black Mirror story.
meets like yeah, it's just kind of like the concept is interesting because you like have this pill that gives you, you know,
Social skills.
a guy, basically a voice in your head telling you how to interact socially in order for this guy who has been seen as very socially awkward to get in. And I mean, Michael in the Bathroom is a banger of a song, but I think that's also because George Salazar is like a phenomenal performer. Just listen to this. I think
I'll defer to you since you've seen the
I think it's decent. I think it's decent. Yeah.
Okay, we'll put it decent.
Like I don't think it's quite in the like category, but
It's like fine.
it's fine.
It has good
It's
parts.
It's
of
got
it.
good positive things about it. It's got things that are just. It's like eh.
Okay.
Um.
Oh boy, Book of Mormon.
This is an instant love tier for me.
Instant-
Yeah, love.
At least love tier. I haven't seen it yet though because I can't put it as my
My test.
favorite. I can't put it as a favorite for me because I have not seen it.
It would be a favorite for me.
Well, we talked about that. We want this like to be a show we see
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
should
in the
see it.
future, but like
We haven't seen it, so yeah, we'll put it at love. But for the record, for me, it's a favorite. It's just so good.
I have to see it first. For
it
me.
it is the funniest musical I've ever seen.
It's the least problematic thing.
I put okay. So the next one might be a little bit hot. I think it's at least decent. I'm in between whether or not I like it or it's decent. I like it mostly because of Jeremy Jordan.
Have you seen a bootleg of Slime?
Seen parts of the show. Never seen the full thing.
I know. I've listened to a good amount of the songs.
I like some songs. So like a rival show choir of ours did this show as their set, and I liked it. I think it's decent. I don't know. It's one of those shows that I feel like it doesn't have the chops to be good.
Yeah, I mean,
I think if it wasn't Jeremy Jordan, like the show wouldn't have any
it's one of those.
catch.
Yeah,
Like it wouldn't. Like if you put any other guy in there, I don't think it has as much following, and so I think that's why it deserves decent. I don't think that.
Yeah,
It could stand on its own. It's one of those shows that definitely would not do as well.
it only
without-
lasted like a week on Broadway. There has to be a reason why. Like it probably isn't that great.
Bridges.
Bridges.
It's a love from me. I love this. I love the music in this show.
Apparently, it's kind of boring, like the actual show.
I would put it in the like category because the story itself is kind of.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Ah, but
But the music,
Steven,
man.
The music's phenomenal. Yeah.
it's so
Wale.
good. Okay, I'm okay with like.
Yeah, we can do cause yeah.
Because we are doing a musical and not just a song tier list.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta incorporate.
If it was
the
just
whole
music though,
show.
oh man, up
That'd
here at
almost
least.
be in favorites,
Yeah,
honestly.
almost in favorites for sure.
I feel like Steve would disagree with us, but because he really likes this show.
This is true. Steve.
Brigadoon. Is that what it says?
Yeah, it is.
Brigadoon.
Brigadoon.
I don't
Patrick
know-
Wilson, I forget like does
I-
Broadway things.
Have not heard anything from the show, so I don't really know.
I put it in like or decent.
You seen it? Or
I haven't seen the specific Broadway cast recording, but I've seen Brigadoon before, and the show itself is fine.
didn't someone here did it recently? Or am I
Maybe
thinking of the wrong?
you might be thinking of someone else.
Who did Pirates of Penzance? Like that
Oh,
company.
That's Savoyards. They don't do.
Yeah, they only do
Oh, I thought it was somebody
Gershwin
else.
shows, right?
Gilbert and Sullivan. Yeah.
Oh,
Gilbert
Payne
and
says
Sullivan
boo
on
Brigadoon. Not a fan, huh?
So U category, I'm willing to. We need more in the U category. I feel like
The
we're too
U?
nice.
Yeah, let's put it in the U, honestly.
Just cause Peyton. Yeah, we'll do you.
I feel like we're too nice.
Yeah, let's be a little meaner.
I really like Bright Star.
I know Bright Star's one of your favorites.
I really like the show.
Platteville did Bright Star. When did they do Bright Star?
2020.
2020.
It was one of the COVID, like right after COVID shows. I think it was like one of
Gotcha.
their first shows they did back in the space.
Everyone at Platteville I talked to about it loves the show.
It's good. Like bluegrass music. The writing is really good. It is a little weird, kind of, in some parts about the whole fact that, like, she doesn't know that the guy she hires for her, like, writing thing is her son that disappeared and all that. Oh, this is
Weird story.
It's like a little bit, but like the music's so good, and I could listen to this show on repeat.
Love?
I think this is a love for me.
I'm okay with that.
Steve Martin did the music.
Steve Martin did do
Indeed.
it.
Steve Martin is very talented. And I don't know anything about
on
this.
this.
I've heard a lot about it.
Let's put that in the U because it's written by Woody Allen.
True. Ew. Yucks. Gross.
Bye Bye Birdie, Shane. You have a.
It's
you
me.
can talk. I've seen this show. I saw it when they did it at my high school, which I was in middle school. I don't really remember anything from it, so obviously it wasn't that impactful for me.
Yeah. So I was in this show. I was a junior in high school. I had a great time doing it. Kyle was the main guy, of course, was the Dick Van Dyke character. The show's fine. The show itself is very fine. I'm between like and decent here.
I'd put it in decent. Because it is a decent show. Like, there are some great songs, but, like, the story is nothing to write home about.
I agree. Decent it is.
Telephone Hour, what a tune.
That's a fun one. Hey, Maddie.
Yeah.
Da-da.
Yeah.
Going steady. Going steady. Steady for good. Cabaret. A new addition to my knowledge base. Have you seen Cabaret, really? Did you see Emma's
I did
Cabaret?
see Emma's Cabaret. I'd put that in, like, right between like and love. In terms of shows that affected me, it's definitely up there. It's got some really great songs in it, but I don't know. The plot kind of drags a little bit.
I was just gonna say, I agree with everything you said. The plot kind of drags sometimes. It's
It's a cult classic show. Like, people really, really, like, who like this show really, really like this show. To me, was like, it's all right. Like, I don't really go home and listen to the show. It's not really something for me that I like. I'm like, oh, have you heard this song from Cabaret? And it's like, no, I've seen it twice now, and I'm just like, it's Cabaret. You
like
know?
I see it and I really enjoy it, but it doesn't like stick with me.
Yeah, we know why you enjoy it, Shane.
I'll put out a like. Like.
But, you know, the production we saw last, fantastic. Very talented people in that show.
Indeed, yes. Calamity Jane, anyone?
I don't know anything from this.
Heat, Calvin Berger, anyone?
I've actually heard stuff from the show.
Really?
Because Aaron Tveit was in a production of this
course.
show.
Do you know enough of it to rank it?
I think it's decent.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people like this show. But I've only seen clips of Aaron Tveit as a guy in the show. So that's the only reason why I know this show.
It's good enough then.
What it's about?
It's something. It's set in a high school.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the whole like premise is. Some of the music's okay, but I think I've seen enough to at least give it a decent over a what.
Okay.
But yeah,
Fair.
Camelot. Is this the original or the one that just got rebooted?
Let's talk about the new one.
Yeah, it looks like that's the original.
This is
Let's talk about the new one. It wouldn't be good without Philip Sue.
or Jordan, whatever his face is, Donica.
Mm-hmm.
Show's too long.
Is it too long?
It's a
I don't
long
know
show.
it. So
It's a long show. I wish Craig were here so he could offer his opinions on when they did it.
I remember talking about it with him. I think he has the same opinion.
It's
Like,
too long.
It's too long. People don't,
too
the old
late.
heads love it.
Yeah.
No one else really does. I think here's what I think. I think it seems like
You guys talk on that. I don't have any opinions on the next couple, so I'm gonna use the bathroom.
Okay, then I'll go after you. I think the newest production of it seems like a really great production of an ass show.
Yeah. That's another thing. Can we add like a meh tier? Because I feel like we go from decent to ew.
You think it's too much?
What do
Okay.
you think, Corbin? Should we add a meh tier?
I feel like decent is meh for
Okay, then yeah,
Okay.
we'll keep that in mind.
We'll treat. I'll put decent / meh. You good, Corbin?
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Meh. So you're thinking decent or ew for Camelot?
I'd put it in ew, honestly.
Yeah. We gotta put more things in ew, and if anything would be, probably here. Yeah. Carnival? You know it?
No opinion.
Eat. Carousel. I've only heard of some of the songs.
Yeah.
If I Loved You is a great song.
Mhm.
Apparently, it hasn't aged well. Is this true?
Maybe.
Do you know anything about it?
I know a couple of songs.
Joshua Henry was fantastic, though. I'll put it at a meh just to rank it. All right, I have to go to the bathroom. You and Corbin rank. Take over.
Corbin, do you have a strong opinion about Carrie the musical?
I don't really know much from it. I know
Yeah.
Tess really likes it.
And the eagle's just another.
Tess is
bird.
unfortunately away.
Yeah, I know Tess.
Clara's in it.
I know Tess really likes the show, but I know nothing about it. So yeah, probably a what for us. Okay. Situated again. Catch Me If You Can. I love this show.
I'd put this in like to love.
At least I think it's I'm biased because there are a few Broadway actors that I really like. Aaron Tveit is one of them. I know some people don't really like Aaron Tveit, but I really like Aaron Tveit. And Catch Me If You Can, I mean, based on a true story, great movie with Leonardo DiCaprio, Tom Hanks. The music of the show is really good.
Yes, you're pushing me towards love.
I would say love for me, but I would put it as a solid like.
Okay, let's put it at
Put it as a solid like. So yeah, click and drag it.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, like category. Charlie Chaplin, the music. I don't know anything about this.
Neither do
I don't think Shane does either, because I think we've talked about this, but it's one that I don't really know. Charlie the Chocolate Factory. I haven't seen like if they've changed the story up, and I've only heard a couple songs from this. Did you see it when VACT did it?
Yes, if it's the one that VACT did, I will say that I was not particularly impressed. That is above all, probably based on the assessment of the production that I saw.
I mean, Christian Borle is in this show,
Oh, Charlie.
Yeah.
so I like Christian Borle. I don't know. Have you seen this show, Shane?
I saw it on Broadway.
What did you think? What did you think with the Broadway version? Because I feel like it's a little different when you're looking at like a high school community theater version.
It's fine.
It's okay, decent,
Yeah, I'd put
Decent.
it in the
decent. I think it's a decent.
It's
yeah.
fine. It has its moments, but kind of forgettable.
I've heard the show's good.
Oh, would you put Catch Me?
Like, solid
Fair,
like.
fair.
It's a solid like. It's close to the love tier,
I wouldn't put At Love.
but I don't think it's there yet.
Yeah. Yet. Oh.
I feel like we'd have to do the show
I got
and then assess for ourselves.
you. Share show.
I've heard this is good, but
I've heard it's good.
I've
Don't know
never
anything
seen
about
it, so I've only
Any opinions?
No opinions.
I've only heard that what's her face is in the show.
Stephanie J. Block.
Stephanie J. Block, who left Wicked to do this show. No, she left.
Was that recent?
No, she left the
9 to 5?
Hugh Jackman musical,
Oh, what's the Hugh Jackman musical?
The Boy from Oz.
Boy from Oz.
Boy from Oz.
So she because I remember watching this whole thing on her, because she was originally supposed to be Elphaba on like she was the original one who got the show off the ground for Wicked.
Yeah, yeah.
As Elphaba, and then they brought in Adina, and she was the understudy, but then she left that to go do The Boy from Oz, and then I can't remember if she left that to do Cher, or if there was like an in between, because she did the touring. She was the first touring Elphaba
Gotcha.
for Wicked, whenever their first tour was. So I can't remember if she left the tour from Wicked to do Boy from Oz to then do Cher.
What a crazy track record. Because apparently Cher was really great.
and
Into
she was
Woods?
great as that.
Gosh.
So I don't know anything about this, so to me it's a what.
Yeah, what?
I mean, we know Cher's music, but we haven't seen this in like a show.
Yeah, what? Chicago.
This
Ooh.
might be a hot take, but Chicago's a decent for
I
me.
would put it in a decent.
I saw it at the Overture. And I've seen it a couple other times. I think it's okay. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites.
I'm between a decent and a new, actually.
When
I'll put
you've seen
decent.
so many, let's be honest, better shows, Chicago just kind of gets a little bit worse every time you see something.
That's exactly what it is. Yes.
Like if you're
Speaking of John Dobrat's high school that he directs in, is doing a show beginning of December
Chicago?
of Chicago.
Oh, fun.
Which I said we should probably maybe try to go see just
Yeah.
to support
For sure.
Mr. Johnny D.
Johnny D.
He'll never see this, so we can say whatever.
Yeah, man. Chitty.
Yeah, Riley's
Represent.
I loved this movie as a kid.
Yeah.
Like I remember watching it in like I think it was 3rd grade. They showed us this movie and I watched this movie on repeat. Like
Really?
I loved this movie.
Never seen this movie.
So I would
He's
say,
an expert here.
as someone that's recently watched the movie, I think it's decent. It's got some great songs. The pacing is just
Trash.
dog shit. No, like
Pardon my French.
yeah, pardon my French, but it is like awful.
Yeah.
I just now realized that we're going in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until like
I realized, like,
halfway
3
through. I was like,
minutes
oh, we're like coming to literally alphabetical order.
Well, the one song that, like, your song
only
with,
on
like,
C.
Lauren is fantastic.
Yeah,
It's a
that
fun song.
It's a very fun song. There are a lot of fun songs.
Oh,
in
is Tess
Chitty
still
Chitty
here?
Bang
Oh, I
Bang.
forgot to tell Tess about that.
No, she's gone.
But like Act 1, like the tail end of Act 1, beginning of Act 2, just goes on too long. Like when Lauren and I watched the movie before the show itself, we both had moments where we were like, oh yeah, this scene's right now. Oh, and that scene's after that. Like,
Gotcha. Like the musical did a bad job with the pacing, you think?
yes.
Gotcha. The movie was fine. And then,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I feel like it's one of those shows
Well,
though
honestly, the movie
that
wasn't great either, but
I think it's one of those shows that having the factor of it being a movie is easier to pull off than doing a stage production. Sometimes you get shows that they try to adapt it to a stage production and it just doesn't quite hit the mark because it's something that you need a movie to kind of cut the scenes in between different places that you go. Like, setting wise, it's easier to do a movie because you can do multiple different takes in different settings. And so, so decent, right? I would say decent.
and also the car was kind of a logistical nightmare.
I can imagine. My goodness.
Yeah, we actually had someone drive a car on stage, like not a car, but like the Chitty car, and that thing was
Pain in the ass.
Pain in the ass. A couple of times it nearly went into the pit.
All right. Let's breeze through.
Chorus
let's go a
line.
little faster.
Hard like.
Hard like.
Hard like.
Hard like.
Hard
Haven't
like.
seen it. Don't know anything about it. But love some of the songs. Iconic.
Hard like.
Christmas
Nothing.
Story. You've seen this?
I've seen this.
CCT.
I'd put it at decent.
Decent, man.
Couple of good songs, but
Forgettable.
forgettable.
Cinderella's kind of an
Ew for
decent
you.
or ew for me. I don't know. It's okay.
I wouldn't put it at an ew. I like it a little better. Than,
I'd put decent.
There are good songs in
yeah.
Cinderella.
There's some.
I think it's okay.
Yeah,
It's not my favorite.
It's done by everyone. Literally everyone. Every high school ever has done it. But
Yes.
it's fun. Anything?
What is that?
City of Angels.
Nope.
Clinton the musical.
There's
There's a Clinton musical.
What?
Whoa!
It absolutely is.
He has abs.
I feel like this would be hilarious, but I don't know. I don't know
Get
anything
out
about
of
it.
here. Closer than ever.
No,
Never heard of it.
Yeet.
it's a favorite.
Favorite.
It's a favorite.
On the northeast tip of North America.
We finally have hit a favorite, and it is Come From Away.
It's our first favorite. Oh my god,
I
dude, it's
love
so
this
good.
show so much.
It's pretty much a perfect
Screw those
show,
hot
man.
takes of that other show.
Get that other podcast.
I don't care
outta
what
here.
you think. Come From Away seen it twice now. It
Oh,
slaps
God.
every time.
Pacing is great. Music is great.
The staging is phenomenal.
Staging is incredible.
That rotating stage.
Oh my god.
The way they use props in the show, the band being basically
Oh.
on stage with them, it's just like the whole feeling of the show is just great.
And like it's like I was sobbing the first time I saw this. It's just so good. It can't. Yeah.
That's all we can say.
It's got to be
Move
favorite.
on. It's
Gotta
a
be
favorite.
Anyone who disagrees, F you.
No arguments there.
No arguments. This is an objective fact that come from ways
It's not even
a favorite.
It's
not.
just
It's a
the
good Company.
I like the show.
I only know it.
I'd put it in like slash love.
I like
Slash
it.
love?
I'd put like. Yeah.
Like, okay, all right.
I feel like it's another one that I have to be in a production of to really catapult it. Because I've seen a couple of production. I mean, I saw Platform's production of it.
Oh, they did it.
And yeah, it's pretty good. It's good.
Do you have an opinion of the new recording? Have you listened to the new one?
What's the new recording?
There's one. The revival, like that one, came out 2018 or something.
Probably
It's a
not
new
that.
one. Gotcha.
I've
Oh, Sarah, it's Swick.
Company
Sarah.
is amazing. Oh,
We have a company.
yeah.
lover.
I like a lot of the music to Company.
What's the getting married from Company?
not
Yes.
getting married today.
Being alive.
Being Alive.
Oh, being alive is from Company. That's.
Barcelona.
I don't know that one.
Where are you going? Barcelona.
For that.
Oh.
Being Alive is arguably the best theater song, like top 5 theater songs. That, you know.
Raul, shout out.
That is.
I feel like maybe we can move it into the love tier. I don't know.
Well, you know what? Let's move it into the love tier.
Yeah, we don't have many up there.
Yeah,
let's
move it
let's
to
put
the
it in
love
love tier.
tier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this we need at least one song.
There will be more sometimes in there, though.
Most likely.
Most
yes.
likely, but yes.
All right.
Okay.
Crazy for You.
Crazy for
One of
You,
knows
which
this,
is
right?
also American from Paris. Same
It's
show.
Music Man, but
it's the same.
removed.
It's like White Christmas and what in the holiday end. It's like you're like similar vibes.
Gotcha. Did VCT do this?
No, Sun Prairie did it.
Sun Prairie.
I saw it, and it was good. I mean, for a high school show, I
Yeah.
liked the music. The dancing was very good. Props, Marsha.
Where'd you put it?
I'd put it in like.
Like? Okay, with like?
Yeah,
Like it is.
it's funny that we put
Is it Christmas?
American in
It is
Paris
Oh, it is.
in Decent, but it's like the same show.
Do we need to move something around?
No, we're leaving it there.
Okay. Cruel Intentions.
Is that a musical? That's a movie.
Darn it.
It's a musical.
The 90s
It looks
musical.
very bad. Yeet.
I'd say it. I like Crybaby.
Oh, is this Darling? It's so. Oh, what's her name?
Ali Mozzie.
Ali Mozzie.
Yeah,
I will defer to you. Have you seen a bootleg of this or anything?
I'd say it's decent.
Decent?
It's kind of a cult favorite
Cult
because of people
classic.
who like the movie. But Ali Mozzie's really the only good part of that musical. So I'd put it at decent.
I'm okay with that. Cruel Intent. Yeah, we don't.
Cruel Intention.
We don't know. Do you know anything
like
about
the movie?
this?
I've
It's
seen
got to be the
movie.
movie, like the one with what's her face,
Wick?
Yeah, correct.
Daphne from Scooby Doo.
Yes, Sarah Michelle.
Sarah Michelle Gellar. I'm horrible with names, people. You should know this.
But no,
I'm
that's
surprised
so
I've been able to
interesting
name
because
off as many people as I
I
am.
thought that erotic thrillers would be perfect for musicals, and it seems someone else.
Found one.
Yeah, knew it. I mean, I wouldn't have chosen Cruel Intentions.
So I feel like what we're learning from this is anything in the what category we maybe in the future should look into.
Yeah, for sure. You said decent for this. All right. Curtains.
I like Curtains quite a bit.
I'll defer to you.
I've never heard of this.
I'd call it decent. I've only heard the music.
Okay.
but
Decent it is. Curtains. Daddy Longlegs. Do you know anything about this?
I've heard a song from it that was pretty good.
Bryce, what up? Yeah, exactly. The Daphne reference, but not
Okay,
Buffy.
the same difference.
Oh, hot.
Oh, the same
take.
difference.
But I didn't.
Hot
But the thing is, I did
take.
not get into Buffy the Vampire Slayer until college, and I was into Scooby Doo as a kid. So that's where it comes to me as kind of the
First reference you think
The
of,
first reference I
Scooby-Doo.
think of her is Scooby Doo because my parents did not let me watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer as a child. So
Sure. Okay.
Who's Ghost Whisperer? Was that also Sarah Michelle Gellar?
You've triggered the
oh
chat.
no,
Preston
I've
Sarah
said something
gonna
wrong.
play more.
I take back everything I said.
Okay. You guys know anything about Daddy Long Legs?
I know the premise and I know one song.
I've listened to this whole show.
What
I had
do
a
you-
phase when I
what
really
do you-
liked the show.
What do you think?
I think it's Paul Alexander Nolan, first of all, who was in Bright Star. I think the music is really good. I haven't seen like a production, like a bootleg or anything. I want to put it at like.
Okay.
I really like
I'm
the
okay
music.
with it.
in
I
this.
don't really know anything about it, so it's
I'm
gonna
a
be
fan.
all in your opinion on that
I'm
one.
a fan. Dames at Sea.
No, I know.
I assume that's the sequel to Anything Goes, where Reno's just stuck on a raft.
Oh, I was thinking South Pacific.
That would also work.
Because the one song is South Pacific.
just
So.
Reno on a
There ain't
raft.
nothing like a Dame.
Speaking of Dame.
Dame Yankees.
I've heard the show's okay.
Yeah.
I know nothing about it, but I've heard it's okay.
You know anything about Dame
I
Yankees?
know nothing about it. I've always assumed that it was an adaptation of A League of Their Own.
I think a song from the show has popped up on my random shuffled playlist through when I'm sitting at work listening to just random musical playlists. I don't really know much about it, so I'd probably keep it a what.
Yeah, what? What is this? Death takes a holiday? Or Death Holiday Takes a? No, what?
I put it in what?
Here we go.
And here's where the hot debate starts.
Dear Evan Hansen.
I will have to recuse myself because my rating will drag it down 1 to 2.
Well, tell me. Talk to
Dear
me about
Evan
it.
Hansen has a lot of great songs in it. It's just the story itself is kind of in a lot of different ways, especially with what's the name of the best friend character?
Jared.
Yeah, a lot of homophobia in Jared and Evan's interactions, at least in the early runs. Which that shouldn't be what you judge an entire show on.
Sure,
I
but
like
it's
the
a
music
factor.
quite a bit. It's just like I feel like the show kind of has Evan be a villain
Uh-huh.
a little bit.
I feel like the movie ruined a lot of the
I will
people's
say
Did you
takes.
watch the movie?
The movie colored a lot of my perceptions.
I haven't seen the movie.
I think the movie kind of ruined a lot of people's perceptions for the show.
I think when the movie came out, something turned with, like, I feel like the general audience liked and loved Dear Evan Hansen before the movie, and then like after, people hated Dear Evan Hansen.
It's hard not to like Ben Platt. Like, the man is very talented, and
After the movie, people hate Ben Platt now because of
yeah, it's just like the connotation of how they kind of went the pacing of the movie is just kind of ruined a lot of the things that I think people liked about Evan Hansen.
But like, it ruined your perception of the musical.
Not for me. I'm just saying, like, from a public perspective of why people don't like the movie is, for one, they think that he was too old, which I think kind of says that, because I mean, he was younger when he played Evan Hansen the first time,
Yeah.
and then he was almost like 30 by the time he played him again.
Sure.
I mean, I could go into a whole diatribe about how I think the fact that because Ben Platt is a stage actor,
See, I like that take by Sarah there, that
yeah,
kind of the things that people liked about Evan
Is this true?
in the
Really?
musical didn't feel as genuine in the movie. It just felt like you didn't like him as a person.
Is the problem with the writing or with Ben?
I think the way that they tried to make it into a movie, because obviously they didn't keep just the dialogue and the pacing. It's one of those things where they try to take a musical, make into a movie, and by that they added like different ways of portraying scenes, and it felt like it was just really not.
Can you give me like a
Good.
specific? Of
I
what
feel like you'd have to
changed?
watch
I'd have
it.
to watch
so
it.
I'll give you an example. So when Words Fail, I believe is the song where Evan's, kind of revealing
Yeah.
the whole game to the parents,
family, yeah.
the family. On stage, they're obviously there as he sings, but the focus is on Evan.
Yeah.
In the movie, Evan's singing, but then it keeps cutting to the parents, like having these incredulous reactions. So it gives off this vibe that this guy is like.
Is he
We're-
singing by himself in the
he's
movie?
Singing by himself.
I hate that.
It didn't help that they made him look like a skinwalker, correct? That's another thing. I have so many things to say about the movie. Because
Oh
the
man.
movie, like the way that they applied the makeup, he looks like a freak. Like they put like stage makeup on him, and stage makeup does not work in a movie. It makes you look like you have mottled skin and like sunken in eyes.
That's good.
And so
But back to the word.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, go on.
yeah, he's singing the song, and it keeps cutting to the parents. So it's like we're having a normal conversation, and we're getting into an argument in the real world, and then you burst in the song, and I'm like, what is going on?
I don't like that decision. Words Fail is so effective because it's him confessing to the parents, like directly to their faces.
And he is doing that, but like
it's the way they shot
The way the
it.
lighting
they
and the
shot it,
scene
yeah.
was portrayed, it is kind of like there's a lot of things that they could have done better with that movie.
I
also think they went with like more Hollywood actor people than great stage performers, which again, if you're gonna do
Julianne Moore, isn't it? Is she in it?
Julianne Moore is Evan's mom,
And also Amy Adams, who are both great.
Yeah,
they're good, but like, you know, I feel like as a Broadway like production thing, like, it's just, I don't know, to me they seem to do that always with like the movie musicals, is just kind of get bigger names of people who can sing but aren't like Broadway people. And so I don't know. I would, for me, if it were just the stage production, I put it as a low love tier, high like tier for me.
Okay.
I think the story, like Riley said, is a little like tumultuous when it comes to people's perspectives, because it's like what my friend said to me when they saw the show is it felt kind of weird knowing that you knew he was going to get caught at some point with this whole lying, scheming, kind of, not only scheming, but like this whole lie that he kind of built into himself.
It's weird that you knew he was gonna get caught.
Yeah, it just felt like kind of awkward, like watching some of like the way it was going to play out.
I think that's what adds to like the tension of it, the fun tension. Like, oh, like when's he gonna get caught and how is it gonna blow up?
I don't know. I guess
you know?
that some people don't like that. I personally have never seen it, so I can't.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I can't really play on to seeing the whole version of it. I really like the music though.
I think first of all, if it was just music, favorites for me.
100%. Yeah.
I understand people's problems with the plot. I get it. I think, at least in the musical, I haven't seen the movie, it makes Evans, like, the process by which he lies is understandable on some level. Like, you see, like, how he like, kind of stumbles into lying, you know? I don't know how it is in the movie. Maybe it's, like, not as...
the movie makes it a little bit more
deliberate. Hate that. Don't like that.
Yeah. Like, everyone can, I think, feel like, on a certain level, can understand like the whole social acceptance thing, the struggles that he goes through as a teenager to try to find his place in the world, and you know, living without, you know, I think another parental figure is hard for him, and he doesn't feel like he connects with his mom too much on a personal level.
Is the financial part of the movie as well? Like, his mom can't pay for his college, and Connor's parents can,
I think so.
like, offer up a grant
pretty
and
sure.
stuff.
I think so. I think that's also like
I like that. I like
thing.
the storyline too. I'm all. How do we feel about like? Can we?
Yeah,
Like I said, like is
it's
completely fair.
It's like a for sure like. It starts to creep into the love category just because of how good I think the music is for me personally. I mean, you rarely find shows that you feel like you could always just do the songs over.
That
and
music
over
does
and
not
over
get
again.
old to me, and that's okay.
A little biased of being a man.
Sure, of course.
Because obviously it is very male
Evan heavy.
dominated in singing, and we like those shows for us because, you know, we just like to sing.
Like it is. All right. If it was just me, if you asked me this in 2017, I would have said favorites. If you asked me it now, I would be seeing like Love and Like probably would go to Love, but I'm outnumbered, so I
Again,
understand.
because you see other shows, and it affects your estimation of some shows.
And you also
fair.
are a big Ben Platt fan,
Listen,
so
okay? Listen, it's true. All right, let's move fast. Sorry. Anything? No?
No opinion. I really like Dirty Rotten
Oh, I've heard good things about this.
I've listened to a few songs in this. I like it too.
How would you rank it?
I'd put it in the like.
A like? I'm okay with that. Would you look at that?
Oh, you guys are a little more biased than I am. Honestly, watching it from the catwalk, spotlighting the show really like kind of grew on me over time. I really like started liking a lot more than when I had just saw the bootleg version.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I just liked your guys' version more so than the bootleg version.
Thanks.
But like I started to really like enjoy a lot of aspects of the show. It's cheesy, but it's meant to be cheesy.
I think a lot of it came down to just the really superb direction that we got.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Sorry, Briley. If I look over, you got something on your nose. It's a little brown.
Yeah, you did. Just the directing is just perfect.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, everyone, we have to state at what it is. It is a jukebox musical.
It's a jukebox musical.
In which, so sometimes I think jukebox musicals aren't always the best because you're writing a show around music. Like you have the music and you have to try to write your show around songs that are already there versus writing your songs for stuff that you already have planned.
But counterpoint, I think that Disaster leans very heavily into what a jukebox
yes.
is. Which
I think it does. I think it does a.
True.
The thing is, I think it does a great job at leaning into the fact that it's a corny jukebox musical, which has, a lot of funny aspects to it.
I would put this in the high like, low love category.
Like I said, you guys are a little more biased because you did just get done doing the show.
I would not put this in love. Like, I'm happy with like. I think. It's a slapstick. It's the slapstick of jukebox musicals. It doesn't have substance. But it knows it doesn't have. It's self-aware about that, which makes it good. I'd put it in like. Yeah. It's hilarious.
Honestly, best part of the show was the Coral Bliss joke. Like the fact that it took me 3 rehearsals to get that joke is bad on my part.
It was very interesting to see which audiences got it and didn't. Because
it probably I probably didn't get it in the rehearsals because there wasn't as many people laughing at it, and so I didn't realize there was a joke happening.
Yeah.
Probably because I was so focused on something else, but.
Thank you, Peyton. Yeah, I did I pushed my lines, pushed it up.
Yeah, that's true. That was a great line. I wonder where you got that from.
All Corbin. Credits to Corbin for giving me that idea. It is.
That's solid.
Zoom out here. Where'd it go?
How about we say we loved the production we did as a show overall?
I did love the production we did. It was a great time. Thanks, Sarah. Dr. Zhivago, is that how I say it?
Yeah, Dr. Zhivago. I didn't know this was a musical. If it's like the movie, there's a lot of walking in snow.
Is Anastasia like that too, though?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Dr. Zhivago is like walking through like Siberia.
If it's like
you're not frolicking through the streets of my Petersburg.
I can just picture they just like put snow on the stage and they're just walking across it the whole time.
It's like when we did Sing in the Rain way back when, except just dumping snow for the entire show.
That's a what?
So I saw Dr. Zhivago. What was it about? He just walked a lot.
Walked in snow a lot. Dogfight. I know enough about it to rank it.
I've never seen a production.
I've never watched it through.
It's a musical version of Dinner for Schmucks.
I've listened to a lot of the music, so I have
a lot of the music.
A good assessment on it. I know Tess would be mad at us if we didn't rank it really high.
I'd put it decent.
I'm between decent and like.
I think it's a like for me.
I'm gonna put it at like.
I think it's a like.
I really like the music.
I think it's a like for me too because of the music quality of it. I think there's a lot of good songs.
I think everyone, all the musicals these people wrote should really be ranked high. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Pascal and Paul, everything they write up there, right?
Yeah, it's just one of those that it doesn't feel good as a story initially because it just kind of. I don't know, the premise is a little yucky just because of the whole, bringing ugly women to, people are perceived as ugly to a contest to see who could bring, It obviously has like a better morality. This guy figures out kind of there's more to someone than just the outward and obviously Lindsay Mendez and what's his face, Derek Lena, who's also in Anastasia.
Indeed.
Is good, but
so uncomfortable plot with great music applies to both.
A little bit, yeah.
I would argue that Dogfight is more uncomfortable.
More uncomfortable, yeah. Okay. We gotta move. Gosh.
You really like this show.
I really love the revival I saw in 2017.
I mean,
best ensemble, so good. I think it's one of the better of the. Is this Golden Age?
Golden Age, yeah.
One of the better of the Golden Age musicals. I would rank it high for me.
Yeah, do it.
I saw a production of it. It's pretty good.
And no complaints.
Yeah, I liked it.
Strong opinions. Cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
Highlight for me. Are we doing this in? Too late. Okay.
Nothing.
No opinion. What the fuck is that?
Drat the Cat, Dream Girls. I only know a few songs from this.
I only know If I'm Telling You.
I put this in the meh. Decent.
Decent?
I'm not going. Yeah. I'm deferring to you because I haven't seen it.
Decent.
I'm the best man.
I like Drowsy.
Yeah, I put it in high like, low love.
Don't know. Is this Maya's, right? Maya
This
loves
is
this?
Maya like this show, yeah.
Love, you think?
No, her favorite show is A Once Upon a Mattress. But,
You're right.
gotcha.
What am I talking about?
but this is one she wants to be in.
I'd put Drowsy.
I think it's a like for me.
Like,
yeah, the plot's a little. It's okay,
Yeah.
but the songs are good.
all right, we're getting there.
Don't worry, we're on schedule. Jane Austen's Emma. I have no idea.
This album looks terrible. Oh, Peyton says Drowsy. Yeah, shout out to Drowsy.
Drowsy.
I have to, is there a professional recording of this
Yes.
somewhere?
It's on Spotify, yeah.
I meant like bootleg, like
a slime tutorial?
slime tutorial. Is what do I call that? Pro shot. Is there a pro shot of this?
I don't
as far as I know.
think so. I should try to find my copy of Platteville when they did this. I
Find
think you'd like it.
I've only heard good things about it. I just don't know anything
I
about it.
don't know where it is, or I could just ask Tyler to send me a copy of. He has all the shows that Platteville has ever done.
Yeah.
That he's recorded.
Damn.
So like, if you ever like go through their repertoire and just like, hey Tyler, can you send me a digital copy of this thing for like? And he'd be like, yeah, sure. Like, I think we did like $5 for the copy.
Nice.
Like, so.
All right.
I think he definitely could make some magic happen.
Hook us up. All right. Eat.
Emma.
Emma has a musical?
If it's as cool as Emma
She is.
That's high. That's a favorite.
Favorite for sure.
But no, this is a what? I have no idea. Evita. I've never seen it, but I've obviously listened to some music.
Do you have an opinion about Evita?
I like it.
I think it's fine.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Decent.
You've seen it.
Don't
right?
cry for me,
I've seen
Argentina.
Then, yeah, let's put it in decent meh. Because
Yeah.
I only heard the music.
It's fine. Great. It's great. Good music.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
One Badger Leg Lovers. But,
I got kind of sleepy. I was like,
well, that's just no
I went.
Maybe you're just sleepy.
I often get sleepy. Falsettos. People love this show.
Yeah, it's one that I want to see, but I've only heard a couple songs from it.
Same. Do you know anything about falsettos?
I've heard a couple of songs, otherwise no.
I would feel bad if I ranked this low, but we don't really know it.
Put it in decent.
Like for Stephanie J. Block is true.
That's true.
Christian Borle.
Andrew Reynolds.
It's a star-studded cast.
Christian Borle. I do like the couple songs that I know from it.
Let's put it in like.
Like feels good.
Like.
Oh, I lost it.
Oh, where did
Oh,
it
no.
go?
Oh, God.
No, oh no, where did it
It's
go?
in what?
What?
Bottom row.
What?
Oh, thank you.
What?
Like.
Okay. Fame. I've never seen the show. And obviously everyone knows the one song.
Learn how to fly, fame.
I'd honestly put it in what?
Yeah. What?
All right, Shannon, you're a little more impartial to this show.
I have seen this. I saw it like a week before it closed off Broadway, which is crazy because it was off Broadway for like decades. It's a very charming musical. Charming. Also a little sleepy. Decent. Is it decent?
You're going on a snooze cruise.
A little snooze cruise. Decent. Meh.
Opinions. Hit me.
I like this show.
I might even put it in love.
I might put it in love too.
I like the show a lot.
I
It's
think
good.
Fiddler is
It's underrated.
very
That's
tradition.
right.
Tradition. I want to see you as Debbie one day.
It's very underrated as a show.
People don't talk about it enough, and I think it's like really great.
Mm-hmm.
Love it is.
Love.
Oh, Sarah says it's overrated.
Wow, Sarah.
Really?
Sarah, fight us, Sarah.
Well, Sarah, drive over here. Get on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The recent, I've said this many times, but the 2016 revival on Broadway was amazing. I was like, this is great. Has VCT ever done Fiddler?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm sure it's on one of the quilts.
Yeah.
Gilmore Girls version's my favorite. That's good.
Yeah, I love it. I have to.
Sarah says yes.
They have done it.
So-
Okay, there you go.
Well.
Finding Neverland.
I will put this in like because there are some really good songs on it.
What's the one song from this show?
I like Circus of Your Mind quite a bit. You are living on.
Yeah.
Natalie, what up?
I don't know. I mean, isn't the one guy from Glee in this?
Matthew Morrison.
Matthew
is in this.
Morrison.
Problematic.
It's okay.
I saw this. I forgot everything
Stronger.
about it.
That's the song
Stronger's
I'm thinking.
You're right. It has great music.
Yeah.
I like Peter Pan. Peter Pan was one of my
You
favorites
say
growing
like
up.
for you?
I put it in like. I don't think it's a love by any means.
I'm between a meh and a like. Peyton.
Paying her Glee and immediately perked up.
She dropped all her work.
Sorry, did you say something about
Glee?
Glee?
Like. I'm okay with like. Like.
Finian's Rainbow.
I have no idea.
No opinion.
Okay, great. Corbin is
Boom.
partial to this.
Ba-da-na-na. The version we saw was okay, like the UW
Yeah.
stage version. It's one of those shows that I really like, but I think I really like it because it's Zachary Levi and Krista Rodriguez.
I think the show is like not. It's like fine.
It's funny.
It's
There's
funny.
but the
I
thing
enjoy it. I really like.
but
I like it. But
I feel like it's so good because of Zachary Levi and Krista Rodriguez. They're like chemistry together on stage, and Zachary's like comedic timing as the character is hard for me to see. If it was like we're judging just based on their version of it, it's a love tier for me.
okay. How about a like?
But for the overall show first date, yeah, I say it like.
Like.
I really like the music. I think some of the dialogue is funny, but I think it takes a certain type of person to be able to play these characters.
Yeah, I think there are many like similar musicals that are just better. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Same vibes, but just better. But I it's not less than a like for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those I can listen to on repeat.
Yeah.
For sure. But I think it has to be because of the performers.
What's Krista's solo song? I really like that song.
Safer.
Safer. I think it's a great song. Flower Drum song.
I only know the one song from it now.
Oh yeah, you know that one song.
Love Look Away.
I don't really know.
It's not really. I don't know. I don't know anything else about it. I like the show.
Corbin knows this.
I like this
Fly by
show.
Night.
If none of you have ever listened to Fly By Night,
I've
it's
listened
good.
to the
Cecily Smith.
alternate version of
Cecily Smith, which is funny
the ukulele
that I
version.
stumbled upon the real version of Cecily Smith,
Yeah.
and
It's a good song. Yeah.
Oh wait, I've talked about this at some
A
point. to
little
me.
bit.
I really like this. I think the
Peyton also knows about it.
the story is a little interesting.
Yeah.
But I think overall I would put it in a like tier for me.
Like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that there's a reason why I didn't get off Broadway. But I think there's a lot of good quality music in the show, and it's got a lot of. It makes you feel good listening to it, you know.
Okay. Like it is. Follies. I only know the sun comes up. I think about you. Do you know that song?
I do. I'd put it in like.
Like. Okay.
I have no opinions.
Like it is. Like Footloose, the musical.
Some people don't like. I mean, I guess it's another one that I heard it for the first time in high school, the musical version, and I actually just listened to this album at work like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Because everyone was auditioning with this for Wedding Singer. And
what
so
song were they taking from this?
For a Hero.
Yes.
there was Holding On for a Hero. There was It's Here for the Boy.
Oh yeah.
So people were doing this. I was like, oh, I forgot that I actually like the music to this show. And I don't know. It's one of those that a lot of people like. I wouldn't put it that high on my list, but I think that...
Where would you put it?
That I'm about to go rehearse this junior version.
Oh yes.
Yeah, they're doing fun, which I want to see back to back with Frozen, which is coming up.
Frozen.
Double feature.
Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks for coming, Sarah. Yeah, I like a lot of the songs in this show, but I wouldn't put it as like a love tier. I think it's a like for me.
Okay. Like it is. Like something familiar. Is it something familiar?
I would put this in the like tier.
Okay. Don't know anything about it.
Interesting that they have this next show on the tier list.
Yes. Freaky Friday.
I will have to recuse myself.
We'll just
I don't know
accuse
anything
ourselves
about
to
this.
Shane on this one, since he is an actual...
I'm an expert in this one, actually.
He helped write this show.
Wow. That's right.
put that
His
put that
name's
out
right
there.
on the book.
I think it's very underrated. People should know about this musical. I think the music is actually really good. I'm put out a like. I like this musical.
He's being humble.
I like it. I really like the shortened version that is licensed out for people to do. I think it's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
All I gotta say about this one is bring back winter.
Summer. No harm comes to her.
It's a fun show.
I like it.
It's a fun show.
I like it.
I like it too.
Any opinions?
I like some of the original stuff that they added to the musical to make it a stage version.
What do you know about love? That's a nice one too.
Fun Home. It's I don't know.
Have you seen the bootleg of this?
Yes.
Personally, it's a favorite. If it were just me, I'd put it up there with Come From Away. But this is more your tier list or our tier list.
I think it's a favorite for me too.
You think so?
I really like watching the bootleg and listening to all like the music of this show. I think it's got all the qualities that you want in a good show. Of, you know, the story is interesting. It's got different takes on it, and the music is both enticing and heartbreaking at the same time. And
hello.
I think I'm going a favorite. To me, like I want to see it live. That's something that it's hard. It's kind of I am in between the two, love and favorite, because I haven't seen it live.
If you saw it live, it would be a favorite for you.
Yeah, I just think it's just so good.
When I saw it on Broadway, like, it's probably one of the most emotionally hitting musicals I've seen. Like, at the end of it, the audience was like silent, like when like the shit goes down in the musical. Like, you can hear a pin drop. It was that effective. It's effective. That's the word. Telephone Wire, that whole sequence.
Yeah, the whole spinning
God,
of the spinning of the stage, and just the whole progression of that show. Just, it's so good. It's very well done, very well written, very well done with the cast who did do it on Broadway.
Can I push you to favorite?
Yeah, I think you can convince me.
Go.
We don't have many, so we're gonna put that up.
Look
there.
at that.
I'm noticing some commonalities. Rotating stage.
I mean,
It's the rotating stage that does it.
I mean, honestly.
Everyone knows there's the shows that are just good feel-good shows. They're there to make you have an entertaining night. But for me, it's the ones that have the little extra depth underneath.
Lots of substance.
That's
what it is.
You need a good show that has good substance. Otherwise, it's...
Yeah, I don't know how to define what I mean by substance, but you know what I mean by substance.
The real shit.
The real shit, exactly.
Like, you actually care about the characters. I feel like they got to give you a reason to care about the characters.
And the whole thing they do with, like, the young, medium, and old Allison are, like, I just think it's so well done. I think it's fantastic.
Yes.
Cool.
God,
Funny girl.
now I'm nervous. I don't want to be giving this tier list in front of Anne. Cause she's gonna be like, you like that show?
Funny girl. I haven't seen the movie.
I've never seen. I only know like the one song.
I'd put it in like.
It's pretty much the same as the movie, right?
Yeah, it's like honestly high decent, low like.
I mean, it was.
Did you like
It
was
was.
Like I think we.
Barbara's the one who originated.
Yeah. Did she originate it on Broadway as well?
I believe so. I really like this show.
Gentlemen prefer.
Is this
I've
Marilyn Monroe?
Yes, Marilyn Monroe.
I've heard this, but I've never seen it.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and para.
Shane, don't sing it too well, or we're gonna get copyright
Oh,
stricken.
sorry. Oh, shoot. Love Funny Girl saw it on Broadway 3 times. Oh, you saw it? Oh, with all 3 people. Who was your favorite of the 3 Fannies? Lisa. No, argument's good. Good. You said like for this?
Yeah, I like it. I've seen the movie at the very least.
Sounds good. I'm happy with that. Like. Ooh, Gentleman's Guide. I'll defer to you. Corbin really likes Gentleman's Guide.
It's a good show. It's funny. The songs are good. I really like the fact that one guy plays 13 different characters in this show. I think that concept's really funny. I've never seen it.
Never seen it either.
I, to this day, still regret the fact that I had a chance to see the original cast.
And on Broadway?
On Broadway.
Oh, shoot.
Because the year, April 2014 is when we went for high school. And this is one of the shows that they're like, you can go see. This is like on our list of shows that you can see. And I chose, I'm sorry, Anne, I chose Phantom over it.
Oh, now that.
Regret to this day. I mean, it's cool that I got to see it on Broadway as a classic, but like, I mean, Gentleman's Guide is so good. So good. I'd say like. I go like. I haven't seen it. I can't give it a love. I need to see it to give it the love, I think.
Said like?
Yeah, I think like.
Leah was all that. Julie.
I know, Anne. I know. I was a young high schooler who didn't understand quality theater. I hadn't gotten to Platteville yet. I couldn't do it yet.
Julie was great too. Beanie was not great. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've heard about Funny Girl. Yeah. Do you guys know what Ghost Quartet is?
No idea.
It's, I'm pretty sure, correct me, Ann, if I'm wrong, it's Dave Malloy's project. I think he did this before Great Comet.
Oh.
It was either before or right after he did Great Comet.
Did he also star in this show originally?
No, not that I don't think so. I don't know anything about it, so I can't rank it, but yeah. Ghost the Musical.
I have like
I've
heard
a song
about
from
this,
yeah.
but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I'll put it in what?
What?
The movie is okay.
I am correct, yes.
I mean, Patrick Swayze is
Phenomenal.
Attractive.
I mean, he's a good-looking dude.
Gigi, anything?
No opinion.
Glory Days. I've heard like one song from this.
I feel like Anne's gonna be like, you guys are uncultured. You don't know any of these shows.
We're just going through a rough patch right now.
We're gonna look into some of these, maybe. If you have any suggestions in our what tier that you go.
Godspell.
Put that in highlight.
This
Highlight for
is
you?
I feel like this is more towards you, Shane, because you did do this show.
I did the show in college. I sung All Good Gifts. Gigi's Creepy.
Okay. Okay. Good thing it's in the what.
Yeah,
tier.
let's keep it in what then? If I were, I've told you this many times, but if I were not in Godspell, I would not like the show. I think I'm not a fan of shows that don't have like a nice linear storyline. Like some shows try to be like they do like amorphous sort of weirder things. Not a huge fan of those. but I do like it
I think the show
because I was in it.
I
so
feel like the music for the
associated
show
with
has
it.
grown on me the older I've gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there were gospel references in Tick Tick Boom, indeed. Like it is.
It's grown on me the more I've listened to it as I've gotten older. It was one of those when I was in high school. I was just like, I don't want to listen to Godspell, and then the more I've kind of gone through it, I'm like, actually, I like some of the music to this.
Yeah.
Grand Hotel.
I saw clips of it when it was coming out. It's pretty new, but I don't know anything about it.
Like new, like
A couple years now at this point.
Oh.
Don't know anything about it.
I don't know.
Grease.
How do we feel about Grease? Is this the movie or the music? Because the musical is actually kind of different than the movie.
Is it?
A little bit, yeah.
I've never seen the
Obviously, those
musical.
magic changes is in the musical version.
I don't. Oh man,
I'm kind of on Grease.
I'm on Grease as well.
I feel like it's one of those things for us that I know the people who grew up watching this movie like the movie
Yeah.
a lot, and for us, it's kind of like
It's like baby's first musical.
yeah,
In much the same way that Chicago is. Where like it's a
interesting.
musical that you were likely exposed to pretty early on. And then
Your
you'll be like,
Broadway
oh, this
journey.
is great. Yeah. But then you see
Anything
other
else,
shows
and you're like,
oh.
it's just the topics nowadays are kind of not great.
Has the musical
Hasn't
not
aged
aged
well.
as the movie hasn't?
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
they
like the
follow
same
plot
concept.
beats, yeah.
It hasn't aged well, and it's kind of, I'd say decent.
In between ew and decent, actually.
Well, let's put it in
I'd say
decent.
decent.
Okay, let's put it decent. I mean, yeah, the songs are iconic.
The songs
I can't
there's some
crap on it.
iconic stuff, but it's not. Okay, well,
Oh man.
If I may,
this
I,
is probably the hardest choice of today, honestly.
I will put Great Comet in favorite tier.
Yeah.
Wow, even Riley
Thanks,
hasn't
Riley.
done it.
Well, I mean, your production of it.
This show will probably go down as one of the greatest shows that I've ever been a part of in my life, and probably have ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
It's just I will never get sick of it. Like, I don't know what it is. We did 8 weeks of the show.
We did.
And I still can listen to it every day. Like,
It is one of very few Sondheim shows that I will listen from front to back to.
It's not Sondheim.
It's not. I said non-Sondheim.
Oh,
didn't I?
non-Sondheim. Oh.
Yeah.
yes.
Hell yeah.
I agree.
It's oh man, I've said this to everyone here already, but when I saw it on Broadway, it was like life changing. It was like there's pre-Grey Comet me and then post-Grey Comet me.
You sitting on the subway being like,
was like,
what am I doing with my
literally,
life?
no, literally, I was like,
I am Pierre contemplating what I should be doing with my life.
Existentialist ideals of the meaning of life.
It's time to wake up, Shane.
Yeah.
I know.
You just
And
sang
live.
to a busker on the
Wake.
subway.
Yeah. It's very weird. It's not everyone's cup of tea. I get it, but it's so good, man.
Good.
Just like the music
Aw,
is.
Thank you, Anne.
Thank you, Anne.
It's only because we had such a great production staff.
Yeah, I just think like
And
just the direction.
And we
was
just had so many talented Mayville kids, you know. There's something about that Mayville town in Wisconsin that just pumps
hell
out
up.
all the talented people.
Yeah, I'll do.
All two of them. We are one of the most well known to in Mayville choir history.
It's true.
So
Yeah, this is
that's
100%.
That's the easiest choice I think we've made today.
Because again,
Oh
it
my
has
God.
substance.
The letter from Maria. Yeah, great, incredible music, great plot, great messaging. Just it's so great.
When you saw it on Broadway, Shane, did it have a rotating stage?
It did not have a rotating stage, so
Okay,
So
maybe
we
it's
did
got-
not.
I gotta bump
we
it
did not
down.
hit the theme, but it was really cool how they had the audience kind of sitting in.
immersive. It was the
Immersive.
most immersive show I've ever seen. Cause like during like you saw the bootleg like during Dust and Ashes when the ensemble that a cappella part. There's so many ensemble members that they're around you, like they're all around you. Like oh shit, there's someone here and literally like I felt like I was in Russia. I was in Moscow. I was like whoa, that's crazy.
That's great.
So good.
I miss it already.
Great comment. All right, What the hell are you?
I don't know.
The hell are you?
No payment.
People love this. Apparently, this was really good.
I've
don't know
heard that
anything
people
about
like it too.
What?
I put what I have. I don't know. I've seen the movie, not seen the musical.
If I saw this, I feel like I would really like it, but I haven't. Any opinions?
No opinions. I've seen the movie.
This is a decent for me.
This was my first musical that I was ever in.
Really?
I
When
was
were you in
Lieutenant
this?
Brannigan in 6th grade.
6th grade. The beginning of it
This
all.
is one of the first musicals I ever saw. Again, high school version. Funny enough, Johnny D was in the show.
Johnny D.
He was the man who did "Don't Rock the Boat."
Nicely Johnson.
Nicely Johnson. Yes, he was Nicely Johnson
I
in the
sung
show.
in my voice lessons. I have sung there's like a quartet thing going on in that show.
Yeah, it's Fugue
What's
for
it
Tin
called?
Horns.
Fugue for Tin Horns. I like that song a lot.
Which I gotta say, more shows need to have opening numbers that really have nothing to do with the rest of the show.
The show is that one of them?
Yeah, they just sing about horse racing.
Oh, this says the Oklahoma. The recent one was very immersive as well. I missed that one sadly.
I feel like
Anyway,
I'd put this in the decent.
decent. I'm okay
I
with
say
that.
decent.
Like, there are songs that I really like from it, but
I feel like they need to do a good revival of that show to kind of pique more interest. Maybe we're just because we're just the millennials just being like, we need more revivals of the old golden age shows.
Yeah. Gypsy.
fewer new shows, huh?
Gypsy.
I don't know much about Gypsy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my mom says "Here Lies Love," the Filipino one. Yeah, and for "Here Lies Love," like you're like in the middle.
And saw that one, I think.
oh, and
recently,
oh yeah, and did see.
because
Here
I
Lies
think I
Love.
saw that. But
Also very immersive, apparently. Maybe we'll see it.
a
later
disco,
then.
yeah, it could. It's a choice. We're
choice.
deciding.
Oh, there it is. Also very immersive of Guys and Dolls
Oh,
in London.
that could be interesting.
Maybe we change the tickets.
This is go to London.
Let's go to
instead.
London too. New York, then London. We're going back.
Oh, yes.
Just let us know, Anne, when you're going back to London. We'll just hop on the trip. We can be some advisors. We'll teach a class.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
get us in somehow. Hades Town.
Hadestown. I really like Hadestown. I don't like it as much as most other people do. I think it's really great.
All right, put it on your calendar, Shane.
January 2025. All right, it's decided. I think it's like good.
I mean, when we saw it at the Overture, it was good.
It was very good at the overture. I'm between
I'd put it in decent.
I put it
Really?
at least like.
Okay.
I vote for like.
Then yeah.
Let's put in like.
I vote like.
It's not high enough for love, personally. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to put in love. Oh, yeah. Like. Hair.
I like the show.
You like Hair?
I like some of the music. It's kind of not a great show, but it's funny, and Gavin Creel is amazing.
Oh, I forgot he was in that.
And I saw that, like, again, a lot of these shows I was first introduced to through show choir sets.
True.
And so, like, Hair was one of them in which we really liked the music to Hair for a show choir set, but it is just a bunch of hippies doing drugs and all this stuff. And
I saw a college production of it a couple years ago. I don't remember anything about the plot. The whole naked part just felt like it didn't need it. Just felt like shock value. It's like, oh wow, they're naked now. Oh man, wow.
Nothing I haven't seen before.
Yeah, exactly.
I put it at decent.
Does it have a plot?
I don't really
It
know.
Or
has-
is it like Godspell when it
It
doesn't
has-
really have a plot?
It has a plot, but the plot isn't like
Gotcha.
there.
It's like you're on acid
That's a
the
great
whole time.
sentence. It has a plot, but the plot's not there.
I would put it in decent.
Decent slash
I put
meh.
it decent. I like some songs from it, but I only like Gavin Creel's song, Aaron Tveit's song.
Tveit.
Aaron Tveit is not on that show. Hairspray.
I don't know Hairspray. I'm a fake theater fan.
I've seen a couple versions of Hairspray. Probably shouldn't be doing Hairspray.
Thank you, Anne. We'll
Bye,
let you know
Anne.
where we put Phantom.
I would put Hairspray at mid.
Don't worry, Phantom is not making it into the love tier.
Speak for yourself.
I mean,
What?
Every production of Hairspray that I've seen, I've just not been super impressed by it.
Okay.
They've never been like bad, but I'm just like, eh.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the movie, I've seen it twice performed.
Do you think? What if you saw like a as perfect as Hairspray can get,
It would move up to like a
like Max?
Yeah.
Okay.
like.
Oh, we have an
You Can't
Hairspray.
Stop the Beat is the best song I've ever heard.
Gotcha.
I mean, I like songs from the show.
Okay. Yeah.
I like the movie, but
Okay.
It's got John Travolta.
Sure. That's not gonna sway me either
No.
way. What the hell is that? Ooh, Hamilton.
What the hell is that? Is that like a guy standing on
Yeah.
some sort of triangle?
I don't know. I wouldn't call it a favorite of mine.
Really? You wouldn't call it a favorite?
I mean, it's good.
I'm surprised by that.
I don't know. I didn't. Maybe because I got too late to the show. I was one of I didn't see it until.
I agree, Peyton.
I know it's at least love for me. I just don't know if I want to put it as a favorite.
Okay. Love or favorite. I know you didn't like this at first, but it kind of grew on you a little bit
I've grown to like it.
to like for you.
Yeah. Again, it's a show that I think is just too long.
Fair. Okay. Sure. For me, it's a favorite. It might be my favorite, period. Like, it's up there. I love it that much.
Better than Great Comet. Wow.
It flip-flops between... We'll see what is our favorite at the end. But, it is very long. But for me, like, it doesn't drag. The music is incredible. I think the pacing is really good. It hits emotionally.
Maybe I'm too white.
You didn't grow up in the streets of the Bronx.
You can have an opinion on this musical still.
No, it definitely is a high love tier, creeping into favorites for me. But I
This
feel
is
like
our tier list, so
I feel like I didn't get into it early enough to really be like, yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Like when I saw it, like, yeah, I agree that it is tough to see for a lot of people, which kind of feels kind of bad.
I'd put it in love tier just based on what we're saying.
Okay, yeah, it averages out to love at least. Okay,
But I would say, like, if you were to put it in the love tier, you could put it as like the front runner of being like the best one.
Okay.
In the love tier.
Was I supposed to be doing that?
No, you
Okay,
don't
cool.
have to do
Just
that
for us.
We're just putting it in, like, we're not like ranking in the tiers of like, this is the best, and it's like, no.
Unless you want to have a separate stream where we like really narrow down what the best of the love and favorites.
We could have been doing that the whole time. I just wasn't thinking.
Nah, it's too much work.
Much work. Okay. Cool.
I'm familiar with the concept.
Nope,
I'm not
nothing.
familiar with the show.
Nope.
Nope.
I know the show. Don't
I
know the musical.
Yeah, the TV.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah. I think someone I know did this music. Anyway.
Tom Kitt?
I think so. Hold on. Head over. I could be wrong. Musical.
Otherwise, you just get the best.
I could be wrong, actually. I think I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Cool. I'm wrong.
Oh,
Cool.
The
you know this?
Go-Go's?
the Go-Go's wrote this song.
Oh, that's why I've heard of it.
Oh, it's a jukebox.
It's a jukebox.
musical for the Go-Go's.
The Go-Go's.
Interesting.
Wake me up before you go.
That automatically moves it up to at least 2 points.
I like Heather's.
I would put Heather's in love, even.
Yeah? Love.
What's your
Wow.
opinion, Shane?
The plot is weird. It's a weird ass plot.
Have
for
you
me.
seen the movie, though?
I've not seen the movie. I don't have the context
I
of the
mean,
movie.
Yeah, Heather's is a response to a lot of those 80s movies, and for that, I think
Okay.
the plot makes more sense within that context.
Okay. You agree?
I like it a
Love.
lot.
All right. Love it is. I respect that. I jam out to it often. This is crazy to me, though, that these are in the same. Anyway.
They're not the there's like ranks.
It's okay.
in
I'm
the
I'm
thing.
joshing. I'm joshing.
Yeah, I get it, Shane.
I'm
Hamilton
joshing.
isn't nearly as good as Heather's. It's fine.
Hedwig. I don't know anything about Hedwig besides Neil Patrick Harris.
I've seen the one song from the Tony Awards.
Yeah.
People continue to tell me it's the Angry Inch and not the Angry Itch, and I don't think that makes sense. So
The Angry Itch.
bad.
What?
Holiday Inn.
Hey.
I have seen half of the show. I've only seen through the intermission. I have not finished the show yet.
Okay. Did you like the first
I
half?
liked the first half. It's
We'll
good.
be doing this.
They do a cool tap number in the middle of it where they're trying to I think rearrange for like Christmas or something. They're like decorating like his friend. So this guy is like a performer, leaves the performing world to start being a farmer.
Just gotta get more water.
And so he buys out this like old farmhouse, and
I would love a water, Shane. Thank you.
his fiance that he's supposed to be engaged to wants to keep performing, and so they kind of end up breaking up, and he meets this other girl that's the old owner of the farm. Like her family had this thing, and so like the one number I'm talking about is all of his like performer friends from New York come in, and they do this big tap number where they're tap dancing and also I'm okay right now, tap dancing and jumping rope at the same time, which is really cool.
Oh, I think I've seen a clip of that. Yeah. Bryce Pickham in this?
He is. Yes, he's the main guy in that.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And then they come up with this big idea to open the farm as like a bed and breakfast place, but for only on the holidays. And they do performances because the performers are like, well, we have all these other shows that we're doing, but then they came up, they're like, well, when are performers always off? The holidays.
And
So they
who
were
needs
like,
work-life balance.
Exactly.
right. And so they were like, we can get all these performers to come do holiday shows. And so they're going to open the farm to be open on the holidays. And so far, the first half, I've really liked it. It's good. It's basic. It's the music to White Christmas. So if you like White Christmas, it's basically that.
Where'd you put it? Where would you put it?
I put it at like for me.
Yeah, I'd put it at like/decent.
Like,
I'm an Irving Berlin
I
person.
don't know the answer to that, Bryce. That's a good question. Probably
The show.
the
had to have come first.
show. I don't know.
Let's find out while you guys discuss Honeymoon in Vegas, the musical.
I've only heard a couple songs because Rob McClure's in the show.
yeah, I know Andrew Feldman did.
I s-
I Love Betsy for his Jimmy thing.
That's right.
Do you know enough about it to
I don't
rank
know
it?
enough about it.
Hot Shoe Shuffle? Nope.
Nope.
Hey, I'll defer to you.
Ah,
Corbin did this in at Platteville.
I did this in Verona.
Oh, you did?
I would
Oh,
say,
yes, Tim Failing, right?
as a man, fun show.
As a woman?
as someone who would be a woman in the show,
Woman?
not as fun of a show. Being in the ensemble of the show was super fun. Like the choreography we did was really fun.
It was really good.
The like
Yours was great.
the whole story is a little stale. Like I don't think the dialogue is very interesting. I think the pacing's a little weird. The group numbers are great.
I like the opening number, too. It's a strong opening number. Yeah.
So I would say a like. I wouldn't put it in love for me.
And Decent, too.
I think the
though.
story is a little old. But there's great dance numbers in this show.
It's a good time.
It's a good time. It's fun being in the show.
I would agree with Corbin. Bryce, the musical came first before the hotel chain. But yeah, I would agree with Corbin. I mean, there are some real bangers in the show.
Like Brotherhood of Man.
Brotherhood of Man.
That's a great song.
Is perhaps one of the greatest end songs in a musical. Haley Mason did the choreo for that, and every night.
No way.
Yep, every night we drilled that tap number. Literally every rehearsal, we did Brotherhood of Man at some point.
Wow, that's a dedication to make sure it was on point.
Correct.
It's fun. It's a really fun show to be in. Like I said, as a female,
As a female,
probably
you're
not.
pigeonholed.
The woman.
it's one of those early, 60s shows that
I forget it's that old.
they kind of just, it's a little misogynistic for sure.
hasn't
Because
aged well.
like they view the men as the business
Oh.
people and the women as their secretaries.
Secretary is not a toy?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Fun fact: one of the leads in Mad Men is played by Robert Morse, who originated the role of J. Pierpont Finch.
Wow.
Yeah, they've had some really stellar J. Pierponts in the past. I mean, there's him.
Cliff, one of the Jonases.
The Jonas, yeah.
They had what's his face from? I mean, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick, yes, he's also on.
All
That
right.
was in like the '90s revival.
No. Hunchback. I'm curious how high you'll rank Hunchback.
I'd say love tier for me.
Love for me as well.
Valid. Join the love tier, Hunchback.
I love
Look at
Hunchback.
that.
Being in it now too, I can say I've seen it.
Oh yes,
I've been in
you've
it.
Been in it.
And I listen to the music all the time.
You sped learned it.
I sped learned, yeah. My fun 6-day do a musical story.
That's insane that you did that. It still blows my mind that you did that. It was good.
Yeah, I came in the week before Tech Week. They only did rehearsals 3 days a week.
I mean, Hunchback, like,
So I got 6 rehearsals.
gosh. What's your opinion on the movie versus the musical, though?
Musical's better.
Musical's better. Like,
Really?
I love Hunchback as a movie, but the musical adds so many songs.
The musical's just darker.
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's just darker.
Hugh's a lot closer to Victor Hugo's.
It's just better.
All right,
Like,
valid.
Shane Jayon isn't even in the movie.
Jayon.
It's just a random woman who's like,
Yeah, and he's like
Is that true?
And he's like a judge. He's not like the
yeah, he's,
he's not
Judge
like-
Frollo.
he's Judge Frollo in the
Oh,
movie,
he's not in,
and
like,
he's
the
not
religious-
he's not
No,
the.
I mean,
He is, but
Hierarchy?
isn't. You know what I mean? Like the judge at that time was like someone who ruled over like that whole like
yeah.
religious thing in France and all that. And
Cool. If then, I don't know anything about this.
Neither do I.
Learn to live without.
I don't
Bryce
know
Pinkham,
anything.
though. Medina Menzel. Don't know it. Sorry, Tom. All right. In Transit. Oh, yes. I forgot.
The
this
show
was a
about the
thing.
subway.
Shut up.
I've had an in transit card before.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, nothing.
I didn't get to see this when it was on Broadway. Yeet.
It's not an indecent proposal musical, so no.
Don't know. It should have been you. I don't know.
In the Heights.
I love this show.
Do you know it?
I do know In the Heights. This is actually my preferred Lin-Manuel musical.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, you have mentioned that.
I would put this like high like low love.
Okay.
I think.
Tell me about it.
I think there's a lot of great songs in it. Another.
Riley is here.
Hi Nadia. A lot of great songs. I mean, obviously it's Lin. I don't know. I just again, it doesn't have the length issue that I have with Hamilton.
Sure.
And I also just think the narrative's a little bit more interesting. Like, I've never been a big, like, Alexander Hamilton history head specifically.
Really?
So the source material doesn't appeal to me as much.
I see. Sure.
But yeah, that's my opinion. I know you guys feel more strongly about it than I do, so probably a love.
I love In the Heights.
Yeah, choreo is great. And In the Heights,
Lights up.
I also love it a lot.
I love In the Heights.
I,
I
think
wish I
Hamilton's
was
a little
a-
more polished.
I wish I was of an ethnicity that could be in the show, but I am sadly not.
But I think In the Heights has something about In the Heights that has like
It's just
got
heart.
magic.
It's just the heart of a community that isn't well off, and they just are together, and it's such a good story. And
So feel good. Feels great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with love for that. For
Yeah,
sure. Very happy with love. The white man loses yet again.
only in the Lin-Manuel Miranda shows.
Speaking of the white man loses into the woods. I don't know.
I feel like everyone loses, and no one wins in that show. Let's be
The
honest.
baby arguably wins. 'Cause it doesn't
Do they?
Go through the trauma.
Yeah,
But
But
the baby lost its mom.
The baby never knew its mom, so can you really...
But growing up, I guess. I mean,
Anyway, Into the Woods, favorite.
I have a hot take in the woods.
Oh,
I don't love it as much as everyone else does. It's great. Don't get me wrong.
I'd say it's Love Tier for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it as my favorite. I've been in it.
Favorite for
I'm
you?
comfortable with Love Tier.
Like I've been in it. I've seen it a lot, like a lot of productions of it. I've probably seen it like 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, the music's good. Like
Yeah.
it's Sondheim. Like it's not.
You can't go
too
low
long
with
low with
I
Sondheim.
think
Milky White wins. Yes, Lisa.
I mean, the production we saw in Chicago was good. Like it was really good.
I think Into the Woods
It was
is
very good.
the show that I've probably interacted with the most, come to think of it. I've seen.
You've been in it?
I've been in it.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
seen multiple productions of it, both professional and non. I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting. It doesn't affect my ranking of it, but
It is one of the greatest, like in the
canon of musical.
in the
theater.
canon of musical theater. You'll always hear this as top for sure.
Yeah.
Love? Are we good with
I think it's a
Love?
Love
I'm
Tier.
good with Love.
All right. Love it is.
Jagged Little Pill.
Can
I like this
Can I
show.
hide the what category? Is that a thing? Can I hide? It's just kind of annoying. What
You put you below it.
did I do?
You just switched them.
Oh, thank God. It's fine.
Click the cogwheel.
I don't want to delete it. That's fine. I'll leave it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you guys know anything about Jagged?
I mean, I know Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, I don't have a strong opinion. On
I have the book.
You do have the book.
It's probably here, actually.
It's probably
Let's
yeah.
sing through it quick, see how you feel about it.
the whole show.
Yeah.
I don't know. You've seen this show, haven't you?
I've seen this twice.
So you would know more about like the production. I mean, I like Alanis Morissette, just her music in general.
It's really good.
And so like,
It might be. This is a crazy statement. It might be my favorite jukebox musical. I'm thinking of it versus Carole King.
Versus Disaster.
Versus Disaster, of course. It's really good. There was some drama about some of the casting for some reason. I don't know it. I don't want to get into it, but I think it was fantastic.
Okay.
I would say Love, personally, which is very high for jukebox.
well, you're the only one who's seen it out of all
Yeah,
of us.
you're the
So
only
you're
one
like
that can
you're
have
you're the one that makes the opinion on this show.
I'm putting it at Love. It's so good. I want you to know.
I've seen the movie.
Same, but I've never seen the version of this, so I have no idea. Funny fact,
You didn't see this, did you?
No, the one show I missed in London because I got
that's the
lost. No,
story.
I didn't get lost. Everyone else got lost. Let's be honest.
You
But
got
yeah.
to the theater.
I did at 7:45, and the show started at 7:30. So I did not did not get to see it. I've heard it's okay.
I heard it's decent.
Everyone that watched it that was there was like, it was okay.
Oh, it's your favorite musical, Riley. Jasper and Deadland.
Yeah, my favorite musical that I know so much about.
Love, 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 love,
Ooh,
love,
gee.
love. Mamma mia, JC Superstars of love.
Do you have an opinion about Jesus Christ Superstar?
I like Jesus Christ Superstar. I think that it's the original rock and roll musical,
Oh, it's so
Ooh,
good.
and
probably is.
I think so. And I mean, the music's all great. Like,
And
Damned
seeing
for All
it-
Time, controversially, is my favorite.
Seeing it-
JCS song.
seeing it
What's that?
live.
Damned for All Time.
Oh wow,
Say
really?
it, yeah.
Ah,
And seeing that live, Shane, that was life changing.
that was a great production.
It was so good.
I was like, yeah, that took me to church. I was
That-
like, I remember turning to you like every 5 minutes, being like, dude, this is great.
It's just like that was a show. I just like smiled throughout the entire show because of just how good it was.
Is there a musical that you guys love that you haven't done yet?
Pacific Overtures.
A musical that we love that we haven't been in.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
So
That's
great.
one of them.
I
Yeah,
love to do that show.
I really
Filled
like
the
this
entire
show a
tour list
lot.
with shows we haven't done.
That's true. Love, Corbin.
Yeah.
Love.
I'm very much on board with Love. It's so good.
It's so good.
It's great, and it's kind of controversial. I think and
Well,
anything Angela Lloyd Webber is
Yeah,
controversial.
but just like the beginning when
in
that guy, the
front, yeah.
solo, you just got the small little spotlight on the guitarist just starting that show.
It's so good. I love it.
So good.
I like that it highlights like his humanity. Like the show is like all about Jesus's human side and not his God side. That's all Gethsemane's about. All right. Jekyll and Hyde.
I probably don't know enough to form a real opinion about it, but I think it's decent.
I like this show.
Yeah.
It's good. The music's good.
I had a phase in college when I listened to like Confrontation on repeat, but I haven't seen a bootleg or anything. Are you between a like or a love?
I'd say like.
Like.
Yeah.
This is valid.
I haven't seen a good version of it.
Has there been a good version?
I'd say I think I've heard the Broadway version was pretty good.
Gotcha.
I mean, all you can find is the,
this the Broadway
David
version?
Hasselhoff version.
Like is
There's the Broadway
what
cover.
I put it?
Yeah. The
Jersey.
Sherry.
It's a good jukebox musical.
So
Decent.
I mean, it won over Wedding Singer, so
that was the same
2006.
season. People hate on this show because like it was on Broadway and off Broadway for like ever. I saw it fairly recently, like kind of right before I got here. I moved. It's really good.
It's good.
It's good. It holds up.
Okay.
So I was like, this is a good musical.
It's Jersey Boys. Like, the music's good.
Like for me.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's fine.
Okay with like? Yeah. Like. All right, Corbin, talk to me about Joseph.
I close my eyes.
It was cool that moment during the showcase when everyone started singing along.
It's because everyone knows this show.
Everyone knows.
I think it's a like for me. I don't think it's quite in the love tier. It's just it's a fun show. It's not like one of those shows where like you say it has a lot of sustenance. It's a very repetitive show. So a lot of the motifs that are used throughout the songs are reused for a lot of songs.
Gotcha.
But they're good. It's fun. Okay. It's fun to sing. It's a cool little story. It's short.
That's good.
It's like an hour.
Like
it's like an hour, like 20 minutes.
Really?
Hour and a half or something like that. Yeah, it's very short.
That's crazy.
We're going to be in and out summer 2025.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
I like it.
Like. Sounds good. King Kong the Musical.
All I've heard is memes about this show.
I have.
Involving the large mechanical gorilla that they use for this.
I saw this on Broadway. You know, people hated the show. People hated it. Like all the critics trashed this musical. When I saw it, I had a good time when I saw it. The gorilla was cool. It's like, wow, it's a giant gorilla. Paper mache gorilla. But then I forgot everything about it the moment I walked out the theater. I was like, what is it about? I don't remember.
I assume it's about King Kong.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So decent. Or ew.
If anything would go into ew, this probably would.
We haven't put one in there in a
I
while.
know. Yeah.
That's reserved for a special place on the bottom of our
It's
list.
following, what's that, standard curve? Is that what it's called? Yeah, we're following the standard curve. Oh, Kinky Boots. Oh, man.
Decent.
What? What? That's a hot take.
I do occasionally have them.
People... Okay, you go first.
I mean, the music in this show is so good.
Cyndi Lauper.
The music's good. It didn't stick with me after I left the theater.
Yeah?
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Where did you see it?
Local.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't even think it was licensed at the time. I think they just slapped it together at one
Oh,
point.
wow.
Leave expectations at the door. Just let
But
your
I'll
mind
defer to
explore.
Corbin. If Corbin says it's a like/love, it's a like.
I think it's a like.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw this. I loved it. It's let me think actually a little more about this. Some of the music is basic. It's Cyndi Lauper. Some of the lyrics can get a little repetitive. But I walked out being like, this is a great show. So I think if we average out our opinions, a like is solid.
Yeah.
You good, Corbin?
I'm gonna put my phone.
Got a notification. Okay. We're getting there, y'all.
Yep,
We're getting there.
We're chugging along.
Oh, yeah. We'll get there one day. Kiss Me Kate. Any opinions?
No opinion.
No opinions. Eat.
Because the Spider-Woman, isn't that just the original version of
Spider-Man
Spider-Man
from the Dark. Eat. Do you know this? Is this Sondheim?
It is not.
Oh. Follies is Sondheim.
Yeah. So La Cage aux Folles. I am desperately scratching my head to try and remember if the version of this that I saw at 5 was the musical version or if it was a stage production. I think it was the musical. It was good. I liked it. The storyline's good.
Okay.
The music isn't really registering with me, so I'll call it a decent.
Oh, Kiss Me Kate. That's the Cole Porter show.
Do you know it at all?
Well, it's there's one of the songs that's too darn hot.
Yeah.
Like my man Cole Porter said.
People come through for a few cold waters. Where would you put this, Riley?
I'd put it at decent.
Decent?
I don't remember enough of it to...
Valid.
Corbin Bleu is in Kiss Me Kate, though.
Yeah.
I know that.
Oh, this ad's in the way.
And Kelly O'Hara.
Hold on. My laptop's freaking out. Okay. Decent. Why are you... Okay. Lady Be Good?
Lady Be what?
Okay, cool. Lady Be what? Ooh, Legally Blonde.
Oh, that's just obviously the top one. I don't know what you got. There's no other great ones.
I will thank you so much for showing me Legally Blonde. Making me sit through it. Because it's great.
It's so good.
It's a great show.
It's so good. It's one of my shows that I need to do at least once in my life.
I said this to you before. It surprisingly has substance. Mm-hmm. I was like, but before I saw it, I'm like, it's gonna be some corny whatever the hell. But I'm like, oh, this is great. Yeah. Very, very much Wedding Singer vibes. Mm-hmm. Very much Wedding Singer vibes.
It's so you rarely hear people who don't like this show.
Yeah, it's just fun.
It's just a fun.
I put it at.
There's only one. There's only one right answer here, Riley.
I'll put it at love.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, it's valid.
That's the right answer for the show. It's a favorite of mine, but it's definitely a love tier for this list.
I just have a lot of feelings about the production that I was in, and I feel like that holds me back.
You've talked about that before. Yes. Yeah.
I didn't get to do my song. Les Mis is, I'd say a love, probably.
Okay. What do you think about Les Mis, Corbin?
It's decent.
Yeah, it's alright. Might even put it in the what.
What's Les Mis?
Because honestly, can you really ever fully understand Les Mis?
It's one of those shows that I have a lot of good memories listening to. Like Stars was one of the first songs that I ever gravitated towards to sing, to do. It still is in my audition repertoire. Maybe I'll bring it out again one day.
You gotta.
It's at least a love tier for me.
Yeah. Les Mis was the first show I got into. So if it weren't for Les Mis, that was my gateway into musical theater.
And weirdly enough, I think that is like a baby's first theater show.
But it's like one of the good ones.
It's one of the good ones. Like if you were to be, like a high schooler in 2013 and you saw the movie version of Les Mis and you were like, oh, I love this. And then you saw another show, you'd be like, oh man, Les Mis isn't that good. But then you see a stage production of Les Mis.
Exactly.
Like,
as Elisa said, we have to put it in the favorites then because it had a rotating stage on Broadway.
It did.
There you go.
For me, it's a favorite.
I am happy to put it in a favorite.
It's one of my favorites too.
Are we okay with putting it in a favorite?
I'm okay with the favorite.
That's also a show where there are so many roles I would love to
Oh wow, our fourth favorite.
Yeah.
I sang Star, and my first ever thing that got me into being more comfortable singing in front of people was playing Jean Valjean, being forced to do that in high school. Yes. So it does hold a special place also.
Remember the year that I got into it, I downloaded the 25th anniversary onto my iPod. And when I went to the Philippines that summer, I would just remember laying on the couch just over and over, nonstop, replaying the whole musical. And I was like, God, it's so good. Anna!
Anna.
Riley for Eponine 2024.
Thank you. That's what I've been saying. I don't have the range to be Fantine, but I could be Eponine.
You'd be probably the best Eponine ever.
Sure.
The best male Eponine.
Oh, for sure. Hands down.
I have a lot of angst.
Pain, a little fall of rain.
Oh, man. Anyway, this is so great. Thanks for letting me put that in favorites. Yo.
We had to give you one. We took away Hamilton.
Yeah. So you better. So, like, yeah. What the hell are you? Get out of here.
Like You Like It? Is that a William Shakespeare? Is that a William Shakespeare
I
musical?
think it is. It's like
Lion King.
1980s.
Lion King.
I've never seen.
You didn't see the overture when it came recently?
No.
I'd put that at a like.
I'd say it's a like
Very
too.
expressive.
I think it's a very fun show, and I think there's a reason why it's been running on Broadway for so long, because it is one of those shows that I think worked well in taking a Disney movie and putting into a musical.
Yeah.
I think this is also Baby's first musical, also in that category.
Well, yeah, all Disney musicals are really Baby's first musical.
So I'd say like.
Yeah, I agree there. It holds up.
Yeah.
I'd say. Yep. Like. Okay. Light in the Pizza.
I only heard the one song.
I can offer an opinion on this one. Light in the Piazza is solidly in the like tier.
Okay.
/ the decent tier.
Tell me about it.
Absolutely. So Light in the Piazza, really good music. Story.
I like the music.
The story, I don't know how familiar you are with it, but
I'm not.
essentially.
Is he a photographer too?
Huh?
Is he a photographer?
I think he's a photographer.
So like Bridges. in a
but
weird way.
the female love interest. So it's this mother and daughter, and the daughter has a cognitive disability. So she functions on stage perfectly fine. You don't have an actress like.
Okay.
But
Cognitive.
Yeah. But she has cognitive disability, and the male lead is like, oh, I love like the childlike way you look at the world.
Okay.
And yeah,
A little weird.
it's a little weird.
Kind of like Daniel Once on This Island. Like.
Yeah, like there's a certain vibe to it.
Okay.
I put it solidly in like.
Okay.
But the story is kind of.
Valid.
Yeah.
I have to pee again.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm gonna go pee.
That's okay. Do you have a strong opinion about
Little Mermaid?
Can I talk this
Mid.
over with Corbin?
I do. Let me do Mermaid first.
It's mid.
Were you were in this?
I was in it.
Let me think.
It's mid.
I like it. The quartet is a great song.
Okay, it's still mid.
Let me think. Yeah, I'm between decent and like, but I can be convinced of decent. Meh.
I think it's decent.
If you count the VACT version, we did have a rotating ship, which is kind of like a stage.
Favorites.
See, Peyton's on
Yeah,
bed.
Peyton
It's
agrees,
mid.
it's mid.
It's mid.
Mid. All right. Mid. All
I
right.
was Peyton's age when we did.
Little women sipping coffee.
I did one of those earlier with ugly women. With Dogfight.
Oh, I didn't hear you before. I only know the one song that from Little Women that is on Shane's playlist.
It's a good song.
I won a medal for it in school.
Cold enough.
Are you gonna go pee outside or what?
I'm opening because of hot.
Because it's too hot. Too many hot takes in here.
Okay, let's do some speed rounds for these M's here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Little Women's a like.
Okay.
I think it's good.
Oh my God, what is going on with your mouse, Shane?
What do we got next?
Lizard Boy.
Don't know.
Okay, Lizzie.
Don't know.
Love Never Dies.
Meh.
10 years old.
There's only one good song in that. Two good songs in that show. The story itself, horrible. It's got probably one of the worst second act openers ever.
Love's Labor Lost.
Don't know.
Okay. Lysistrata Jones, I can only guess about.
You can only guess. What do you know from that?
I assume it's going to be based off the classic Tale of Lysistrata.
Probably, but I don't know anything
Yeah,
about it.
great. Mac and Mabel.
Nope.
Mamma Mia.
This is a love for me, but I was in the show. I think Mamma Mia is a great jukebox musical. The story's great. The music is really fun to do. Like, I was not high in it. I knew nothing about it when I first did it, and being in the show, I think it's a love for me.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. It's very fun. Man of La Mancha?
Man of La Mancha, I'd put this in a like.
Like, solid like tier.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't love The Impossible Dream?
The Impossible Dream, what a song. Marie Christine.
No idea.
Okay.
Marie.
Baguettes.
The Baguettes. Hurry up.
Mary Poppins.
I've seen it once. I've never been in it. You've been in it, haven't you?
I have been in it.
So what is your thoughts on being in it? Mary Poppins.
I would put Mary Poppins in a solid like tier. There are some really great songs. Another show that's, in my opinion, too long.
I was in it too.
It adds some
I
songs
was
that
never
I
in
don't
it.
think really needed it. Like, playing the game did not need to be added. The show's long enough as it is.
Playing the game, yeah, it's so empty.
Yeah. So like Shane for Mary Poppins.
Yeah, happy with like there.
Okay. Now I'll get out of your seat.
Hold on, let me stay there for a second.
All right. Masterclass.
Nope.
Okay. Matilda.
I know you're a little more, but I did like. See,
I did see it.
I really I liked the movie growing up. I thought the stage production was interesting. I like some of the songs from the show. I don't know. I don't really have too many opinions on it. I mean, the production I saw was okay, but other than that, I don't really have much.
I like Matilda. It got me to tear up a couple of times. I do. Yeah, Matilda is a like Peyton. I wouldn't put it in the love category. I would certainly say that Lauren's performance is in the love category. But the show as a whole, very solid like. When I grow up.
When I grow up. Here, let me switch again.
I will be strong enough to
Fight the creatures. Whatever.
Need to fight when you're
We're grown up.
Me and my girl.
Me and my girl. Mean girls.
Me and girls.
Me and girls.
See, I feel like if you would have asked me this,
6 months.
when it came out, the year that it came out, 2018 was that?
Yeah.
I listened to the show like on repeat.
Yeah.
I think it's a like.
I don't think it holds up as well as.
I think it's a like. I think.
I'd put it on like.
Yeah.
I think when I saw it, like, it was good. I mean, Taylor Lauderman.
Taylor. Oh my god. Oh
Just
gosh.
too much for
Woo.
me.
He's the best.
But yeah, I think it's just a like. I feel like this story's okay. I mean, I saw a high school production do it.
Anna, right? Yeah.
It's just it's okay. I like the music for the most part. For like,
I agree.
I wanted the music.
I think the songs that Taylor Lauderman is just fantastic.
True.
And I just felt like everything else was kind of like, whose house is this? It's my
God.
house now.
Worst song in musical theater.
Can you believe that they made a worse version of
I feel like I can't put it. I feel like I can't put it any lower than the like
It
tier
is.
because of how much I listen to it, like how much I know of this show.
Yeah, I think it's a good time. People love it. People really love it. It's very popular.
I mean, Halloween's the best song in the show.
it's a great song.
you know what? I would put it in the meh tier. It's decent.
Put in the meh.
Yeah, the decent meh. Because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, it's like
The movie's better.
it's
but
a Xerox of Heathers, the musical, and that drops
Ooh.
it down too.
Yeah, it's a good point. Are you okay with it?
I don't really care too much. I'm not too attached to Mean Girls, but
I mean, if we want to put it in a like, we can put it in a like.
Let's put it. We'll just say low like.
I think there's too many good things in it to
Yeah.
discount it.
I'm okay with this. Yeah. Who wants to live in New York?
Who can handle the heat, the sweat, the smoke? Opening doors. And
Oh.
closing them again.
May I answer that?
May I answer that? Ba-da-da-da-dum.
Considering the fact that we remember like all of the songs from Merrily from Sondheim on Sondheim, I think it does end up in the like tier.
It's a show that Shane wants to see.
I saw a production of this at like Madison Technical College. It was really good. I really like it. It is like one of his flops, Sondheim's flops, but it's doing really well right now. So I'm okay with like.
Yeah, and we're putting in like.
And we're putting in. But if we're talking about Lin-Manuel's version, oh my god, favorite. Oh, this is being weird. Stop that. Okay, thoroughly. I don't know thoroughly.
I like thoroughly.
I like it.
Like,
it's a show that has one part that we all know didn't age well, but otherwise pretty solid.
I don't even know what that is.
At one point, the villains do Yellowface.
Oh, interesting. Cool. All right.
Shane's only
I'm on board.
put that, yeah, because he'll get those roles.
The only chance I can get
Yeah.
a real lead is if.
Jeez.
What the hell is this?
Misha.
Okay.
Misha don't know this one.
Misha, I don't know this.
Miss Saigon.
Oh man.
In Cabaret.
Did you finish watching Miss
Yeah.
Saigon? What do you think of Miss Saigon? It's good, right?
It's good.
It's good.
I didn't like it because it was too heavy, but I liked it because it was good.
I've seen this 3 times.
It's sad. It's so sad.
It's like a little too sad. It could use some comedic relief, some levity.
Yeah, I wish it did. Like, I wish it worked out
Yep,
better
Miss
for
Saigon.
the character. It's good though. It's so
really good, man. Like, it's not as good as Les Mis.
Why
Oh
God?
yes, Peyton, you also love
Why
Miss
this
Saigon.
face?
It's good,
I
man.
would put it in like really high, like low love.
I agree. Have you seen anything about it, or
I've seen a
you
bootleg,
watched a bootleg?
and I've heard the
Extra good for helicopter. Yeah, the helicopter is fucking cool.
Yeah, that's sick.
It's
like the
badass.
helicopter.
It fucking flies in. It's great.
Oh.
As helicopters do.
Yeah, they typically do. They don't sail it.
Oh, man. Let me look at what else we have in the like category.
This place.
I'm torn between like and love.
I mean, we do have plenty of space in the love category.
I'd put it in the love
I
category.
put in love. Oh, yes.
In this
Miss Saigon is
place,
fantastic.
I want my memories as they were.
But now I'll leave remembering her.
The unsinkable Molly Brown. No opinion.
Mulan.
Meh.
Yeah.
Emma would be mad at us.
I think all the girls would be mad at us.
I think it's mad. I never was into the movie when I saw it, and the only reason I was actually interested in the show is because of Aaron Tveit.
Yeah.
I prefer the movie. Baz Luhrmann has a
It's just it's just a jukebox musical that I just.
It was very.
I've heard it's cool.
It's
being
cool.
there.
Exactly, it is. It's very grand. It's very like, wow, so many colors flying at me. Also, it's not your fave, Paige.
Yeah, it's
like,
Emma's favorite because she wanted to drive all the way to Ohio to see it. Yo, bro. I'm sorry, Anna, but it's just mid. It's mid.
Midland Rouge.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's fun.
I'm sorry, Anna.
It's
gonna put this in the
moving on. Next one. I don't know
Murder
this show.
Ballad. That's
What a picture.
Sweeney
God.
Todd, Heathers.
Close your mouth. Gosh.
Yeah, why are they kissing with so much tongue?
Gosh.
My Fair Lady. I think it's a solid like for me.
Yeah, it's a like.
Yeah. I think, is it the same era as Hello Dolly?
Yeah, it's another golden age.
I think it's up there with Hello Dolly. I think it's good.
It's a good show. I want to see it when it's coming.
Yes.
This month, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's coming over to this month.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like the week of Thanksgiving.
I told myself I'd see that. Did I? Hold on. Give me a sec.
Better not be the Friday, Shane. You got plans.
I am seeing it. Okay, great.
Thank
That's good.
goodness.
And goodness knows the wicked lies along me. All right. Where did I put Hello Dolly?
You put that
And
in
like.
like.
Are we okay with that?
Solid like.
Solid like. I know Peyton doesn't really like My Fair Lady, but
Well, Peyton doesn't like many Golden Age shows, so.
it's true. I mean, it's valid. Don't know
My
you.
one and only, not familiar.
I've heard of this.
I've heard this. My college did this after I left.
I
This
know
Fordham
I've
did this.
skipped through the songs when they came on my Spotify playlist.
Same.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm not really interested in
What's
listening
this?
to
I
this.
don't know.
Sorry, did we say next to normal?
Oh man, I need to watch a bootleg of
I
this.
think the strongest part of it is probably the music. I think that...
Who is the music written by?
Yeah.
I don't know, some dude.
Nice. Do you know him? You know
No.
a lot of people in the Broadway world.
I hate this. I put this on myself.
He was sort of your mentor as you're on.
Shut the hell up. This is definitely a favorite for Corbin. This is your favorite?
I don't know if it's my favorite overall show, but it is
One of definitely
one of them. It's
think-
another show that just it's so well written.
I've only heard amazing things about this show.
It's
Anyone
just
who's
so
seen it.
well written, and the music is so good, and the story is so good. It is a sad story, for sure. It's not one that makes you feel good watching it, but it's so like you just get attached to it. I don't know. It's just one of those shows that like I have to be in at least once again in my life.
Sure. Favorites it is then, right? You gotta put it up there. Yeah.
We all get favorites to put up.
We all get our favorites.
That's mine. That's my favorite.
Ooh.
And again,
You know.
these are all shows that have a lot of substance. It's not like
Yeah.
we're like, you know what my favorite show is?
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
Yeah, that feels good. That feels good. It feels right that it's up there. Where did you put Mamma Mia?
It's in
Love
the
tier, I think.
category, I believe.
Oh, gotcha.
I do. It's the fact that being in it was really
Good
fun.
time.
It was a good time. Newsies.
Oh, man.
This is a love for me.
It's a love for
I'm
you.
just gonna say that straight up. I saw the overture and I had so much fun.
Yeah.
It was like it's just a show that the music's good. I think that the pacing of it is good. The acrobatics in the show are just next level, and it's just we know so many songs in
Sure.
the show. Like, I just think it's a very fun show. And so I think I'd put it as a lot. I'd see it again and again and again and again.
Do you have a Newsies opinion?
I have a like opinion of Newsies.
Okay.
I think that there are a lot of great songs. I agree with Corbin that the choreography and the acrobatics are phenomenal. You know what? I might put it in a love.
A love.
Yeah.
I was thinking high like, maybe low love. It's just, I'm not like a dance musical person. And like, it's one of those things like, they start dancing, it's really great, and they're like, okay, you can stop dancing now. I'm like one of those people. We watched it during COVID House, right? I watched it
Maybe
at some point with.
Yeah, I think we did watch it together at some point.
Yep.
I think it's one of those shows that
Love's
seeing
good.
it live though is definitely
Preferable.
a great experience. Like it's a better experience.
I've never seen it live. I have seen one of the high schools did it recently. Middleton, maybe. I did see that last year. It was good. Nice work if you can get it.
You
If
can
you
get it
can get
into
it,
the what
the
tier?
way
'Cause
up.
you don't know what that is.
What the fuck is
9.
9?
There's no to 5.
It
so I don't
was
care.
the predecessor to 6.
The predecessor.
Sequel.
The sequel. Yeah, 9 came after 6.
Gotcha.
No.
Oh, Dave Malloy. Oh shit.
Don't know it. Of
I've
the
heard
I
of the I
sing.
I believe it's.
Of the I don't know. Oh, Chloe.
Oh, Globe.
I'm not gonna give too much of an opinion on this one because I feel like I have a lesser
You don't
opinion
like
of
it,
this
huh?
show than other people.
I